We should probably get some stuff now. Oh well, we just got home. Your game's not till 7. It's only like 4:30.
Well, unfortunately, I've got no fireball to do shots with.
I'm down to my last shot or two of my vodka.
I drank 3/4 of my bottle in one night.
Des
Not,
has given. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Half of everything that Des has given me has had Fireball in it. She says, "quote unquote," I'm gonna give you cinnamon toast shots.
Those are good.
So I've done like 4 of those. But all right,
Well,
so we're gonna start. We're playing from the end of last session. These two ships, as you got towards the edge of Verces, this one ship appeared in front of you, and after you've like just unloaded just a bunch of damage into this one ship, it appeared that another ship, the same type of make and model, appeared. Just to kind of recap a bit of what was happening last session, your AI system has mentioned on several occasions that it felt like your ship was being scanned for information. After several attempts have been put through, you see both ships are fleeing towards Verces, one of which going towards the north side, one of which going towards the south. Out of character, you would know that the north side of Verces is known as Fulbright, and it is extremely hot, kind of what is said in the name, and that the bottom side of Verces is not known as Dark Side, but it being the opposite, extremely cold. Towards the edge of Dark Side, it could be, or towards the top part, it can go anywhere from just hot temperature to anything over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and then anything towards the south side can be anything that starts warm to go cold to like negative 30, 40, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Just kind of give you information before this decision is made. But as both ships begin to flee, just making kind of a beeline to both different regions of Verces, you have your choice to make. Pursue the one going north or pursue the one going south. So as a group, what do you choose?
Yeah, Snow's gonna be analyzing all the information and be like, break off following the one going to the sunny side. We're going for the dark.
Okay. Who was the pilot last time?
It was Joe.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to say that Joe is continuing to just go at full speed towards the ship on the south. The ship that's on the south, it looks as if the ship is putting every resource that it can into going as fast as possible. So their engineers are just trying to pump energy into their engines so that they can flee. And Joe Braun is doing exactly what he can do, but it's keeping around the same pace.
Yeah, I'll be doing what I can on the engineering side as well to help keep pace.
So I'm going to just go through exactly one round of Starship Combat, and I'm going to say that your space, exactly how you're spaced here, the only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to take off the ship from the top because it's going to be fleeing until it gets to like a point that's out of sight from all of you.
Okay.
We're going to play just one round of Starship Combat to finish off the end of last session. So we're going to start with the engineering phase and just go straight through. So on the engineering phase, is it going to be just...
I'm going to roll the check boost for the engines.
Okay.
I was a magic officer, right, or a captain? I don't know which.
I think Kalani was the captain at the time.
Yeah, Kalani was acting captain. You were pretty much absent the entire time.
Oh yeah, because I was having trouble with my.
Yeah.
That's a
Gotcha.
34, so it's success. So the engines are boosted.
I'm going to advance forward 2 squares. Or if you're trying to get a certain arc, I'm going to try to push the ship forward 2 squares that way, so you get whatever arc you're trying to aim for.
Well, it's likely really staying behind them and keeping them in our forward guns, since that's our strongest cannons.
Is there anyone else that wants to take their actions during the engineering phase? So, captain, chief mate, or magic officer.
All right. So
See the information for our ship.
what's the? Sorry, I'm still waiting for my surface to charge.
It's okay. What's the question that you have? Because I may be able to look it up, and since everyone's kind of here, if I need to like quick look something else, maybe we can help out since everything's in roll.
Hold on.
Can anyone else get the Furic Odyssey up?
What is the? Can someone?
Yeah, it doesn't have any of the info on there. If you want, I can post it again on Discord.
Probably the best.
My bad.
Yeah.
I did not get to it. Sorry.
That's fine. I was just trying. I couldn't remember how we did it before. I thought, oh, it's probably just in the Discord, in the Roll20 thing. I'm like, oh, it's not.
Yeah, I had
Or it
posted in
was
the
then.
Discord before. I can't remember if
I
I
got it.
pinned it or not.
Or at least I have Test Ship 1.
Yeah, that's.
I
the Pyrrhic
downloaded it 3
Odyssey.
times.
What's the level of the Pyrrhic victory?
The
Furic
Pyrrhic
Odyssey?
Odyssey. It's a level 9.
Yeah, the ship is the same level as everyone. Your current party level.
I'm trying to remember what the check is, because I know that if I beat the check, I can give a what's it called, a +2 bonus to whoever's piloting.
Are you doing the Magic Officer?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do Magic Officer.
And it looks like all of them are 10 plus 1.5 the Starship tier. I'm pretty sure you're not doing Mystic Haze.
Oh yeah, actually, how many ranks do I have in Mysticism? 3. So never mind. Okay.
So yeah, 10 plus 1.5, so that's 22.
This is gonna be a bit difficult. Alrighty, I'm gonna make my roll. Come on. Where are my dice? Okay. I pick you. Nat 1. That's a nat 1.
The good news is there's no crit failures in Starship Combat. Bad news is you do jack shit.
Yeah. Magic Officer might not be the best one for me.
Well, the fact that it's your one ship versus their one ship now is like the best trial and error instead of 2 ships against 1, like it was prior. So
I think I'm going to try and taunt the ship that we're going to be chasing. Using my Intimidate, since that's higher level. Let's see.
You know, I do gotta say though, we really pulled it together for that fight last session.
yeah.
So that would be...
So that check to taunt 15 plus 1.5 of the enemy starship. The enemy starship is 8, so it's going to be a total of 22. Or I'm sorry, 15 plus 8. So that's 23 plus another 4, 27.
No, because my Intimidate is a 10, and I rolled a 10 as well.
So you attempt to taunt the ship that's in front of you, but you do not get a response on your communication system back from them. So from your character's perspective, you're not sure if it worked or not. Out of character, it did not work. So we're going to go into the home phase. The pilot's already taken care of. So that just leaves our chief mate and science officer, if we have any for that round.
No science officer, because I moved over to engineer to boost the engines and keep up.
Okay. I'm just checking because I haven't heard from Blake at all. Now, I know last session Blake was muted for a bit.
And he said
Blake,
that,
are you here?
Is he in the Discord?
Not. Blake isn't here yet. Okay.
Yeah, he said that he may be late because of dog stuff.
He did. Okay. I remember that now. So I'm going to keep Blake in this phase and kind of just have it autopilot similar to Joe Baron. So with that, that just leaves the gunnery phase. I believe you have that +2 that wasn't used for anyone else.
No.
All right. First one. Yeah. Nope.
They're gonna fire at will. So I make my 2 attacks here.
What gun did he have at his rear?
I don't remember. Let's see.
Both of those are 31. I had the same result on both dice. Against AC, sorry.
All right, I'm gonna do heavy cannon. Yep. Okay, that's
Yeah, 31 just hits the AC.
30 -4 +2. So that's -2, which makes it 28.
A 28 will miss.
Okay, torpedo. Gonna miss.
So the 1 is going to be for 6 damage. That was 1. And then the second one is going to be for the turret. The chain cannon is going to be for 64. Wow. So you watch as as just 2 shots coming your direction. Joe Braun doing the best that he can to pursue this ship, was not able to steer the wheel and dodge these attacks. Both of them damaging you for 6 and 18 against your front shield. Let me see. Who is the Kalani's the captain, correct?
Yeah, come on. I'm acting captain right now.
Right now, give me a perception check, since everyone else is kind of manned to a different position and they're on some type of like computer or machinery
Right.
or something like that. You're able to kind of see what's going on just like the visor and the screen. Give me a perception check.
Perception. 15. And I rolled a 10. So 25.
With a 25 perception check, this ship that just took the 2 shots at you, you see it kind of looks a bit like a blip on the screen, but after the 2 shots were taken, it looked as if bits of power was like sapped out of the ship, where the lights all kind of flickered for a second, and then kind of restart and went back on, almost like a power surge went through it.
The ship that was firing on us?
So like just for a second, you saw the power just kind of blip out. The shots came towards your direction, hit, and now the lights and everything looked like it flickered back on. It looked almost like the exhaust itself also like stopped for a second and then re-clicked back on.
They're overexerting their power.
Yeah. I let Jen Snow know what's going on, and basically everybody say, hey, it looks like they're overusing their power, and they kind of almost went dead in the water from taking 2 shots on us.
If we could overload them, we could actually board their ship and they would be completely helpless.
Yeah.
So instead of having this played out, just more rounds, and then that's this whole session, I'm going to kind of role play what happens coming up. After you notice the blip and is mentioned to the rest of your ships, the weapons that were used against you just now all kind of are pulled into the ship. When you take a look as the ship is going forward, it looks like they are pulling in every weapon they have, including the turret. And from what you can assume, their engineers are still trying to divert power into like gaining speed to flee from your ship.
Yeah.
But even in that attempt, even putting the weapons inside, you're slowly starting to gain distance on this ship. So I'm going to move you up 2. Instead of doing the rolls at the bottom, everyone give me a perception check at this time.
Come on, perception. Ooh, 14 on the die, so
29.
You're
29.
me. This is going in dice jail. I got a 2.
Oh no.
I got a flat 30.
29.
Ooh.
29 as well.
What the
out of it.
the 29s and the 30, the ship that's fleeing from you, as it's going forward, it looks like it's just having a hard time stabilizing itself. It's going forward. It's kind of like drifting to the right a little bit. Bits of like electricity is starting to go through the ship at this point. And without trying to communicate to the ship, it looks like something's wrong for them. And they're either not trying to patch it up or they're doing a really shitty job at patching it up, but they're still trying to gain distance, and even that is not effective.
Beautiful. They're running into system critical failures. All right, if we land a few more shots to disrupt their shields, we could easily overwhelm their power core, and they will be dead in the water.
Okay. If that's the case, Gunner, give me a shot.
Can I do the science boost to increase that accuracy? Let me bring up
That
the thing.
noise.
Someone's
That's
rolling.
me.
Science officer.
I can't help it. I have a wood desk.
You could put something over top of the desk, like the mouse pad, or
Yeah, I don't have a mouse pad.
like stack of paper as a book.
Yeah, I know. See what I can do here. Here we go.
All right, so 5 Yeah, I did the lock on, so that's a +2 to gunnery checks.
Alright.
But holy shit, it's like such a low DC. 5 plus 1.5, the tier of the starship.
Plus I'm gonna do my
Can I do
resolve
it?
point. You gonna do something?
And can I do a encourage check to help Gunner out? Alright. 16 on the die, plus my diplomacy of 13, and another 2 for my expertise.
Gunner is encouraged.
All right, so it's a +4 to my stuff.
Yeah, because you get another +2 from me.
Okay. So it's +6 to 2 attacks. Gonna use the last torpedo, and I'm gonna use a resolve point to do broadside. So I have a +4 to everything, and that's a nat 20 with the torpedo.
Sweet!
Holy shit.
Yeah, we take him out.
Do you want me to add up the numbers? It's a 20 plus 18 plus 4.
42.
42.
We're going into cascade failure. Abandoned ship.
Okay.
42 to hit.
I attacked on the 42 damage. I do need a D100 roll
Oh, it's a
as
42.
well.
Okay. Boop and boop. That is going to be. It's a 00 and a 9. What does that make it?
9.
9.
Okay.
That's a total. Actually, I need you to do it twice because of where it was. The critical hit counted as the 1, but the amount that you did over the threshold will trigger the second one.
And a 27.
9 and 27. I'm gonna go run it real quick so I can see what it was. 9 is the life support, and 27 is the sensors.
Mm.
They have to abandon ship. Hey, we're gonna.
I mean,
That's just a torpedo.
it's gonna get.
Wait, I still gotta do my damage.
It's gonna get really hard for them to breathe real soon.
5d10.
Ain't that the truth?
All this. Oof. That should be another critical threshold.
Fire away.
I believe they're a smaller size class than we are, so the critical threshold should be lower.
So yeah, the other 100 roll.
Okay, so I will. Another 100.
Come on, engines. Or power. Either one.
That is a 63.
That is
Three
engines.
They're engines. So yeah, their pilots also affected.
Cool. Now this is just for the now I'm about to hit the cannons.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see. Okay, that probably won't hit. Joe, ready?
You.
18 plus 9 plus 4.
37. 27 and 4, 31. Was it 27 or 37?
It was
Yeah, the
18
31,
plus 9
41.
plus 4.
27 plus 4, 31.
So 31. Does that hit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 4d8s.
Remember that we want their ship still alive.
24.
Pew pew.
But they can stop breathing at any time.
We don't need the crew alive. We need the ship alive.
Yeah, exactly.
So is that another threshold?
That one does not hit another threshold.
Okay, cool. We still got the turret.
Jesus.
Yep. We're fucking this guy up.
Stop!
It's already dead!
Alright. And turret, go. Okay, that's a 10, so that's also going to hit, because the last one was a 9. 3d4.
Yeah, Mads, you missed out on a hell of a thing of us just pulling together and fucking up these two guys. That were like a
There's
tier
9
class
more
lower than
damage.
us.
Is that a threshold?
I just have to subtract one. And
Thank God for broadside.
Yeah.
close, but not
Ah.
very close, but not yet.
I open the window and I shoot out with my gun.
roll down the window like it's an old pickup truck.
The San Andreas of space.
You came to the wrong neighborhood.
This ship looks like it comes to a complete stop after you barraged it with a missile and all of the shots combined. It just took all of it. The first one going completely through the shields. The second one, some of it being absorbed through the shields, and the rest of the damage going through. It looks like out of character, the shield is what stopped it from being a critical threshold. Since the crit counts as like going past that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's reel these fuckers in. Once
Yeah.
we get close enough, I want to see if I could hack into whatever systems that may still be running on emergency power and try to lock them out of it.
I get my fishing rod.
Okay. I guess still give me a pilot check first.
Pilot check.
It's simple. They stop where they are. There's no asteroids or anything. It's just a chance of fumble.
I rolled a 20, so 34.
Sweet.
All right. Joe, where would you like the ship position?
Probably on their ass.
You guys want to go right behind it, right in front of it?
Slightly in the front, between them and the planet.
Is there a hole from the torpedo that went past the shield?
Wait, where's
Yeah.
the planet?
The planet is more or less over here.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah, we want to be right about there, facing the same direction they are. In case they try anything funny, we could be right on top of them.
Boom.
Doubt they're gonna be able to do diddly squat.
When you pull in right into that position, it does look like most of the it looks like just the ship the ship itself looks like it is drained. The weapons are all placed into the ship and they're not laid out where they could easily be used. And that would take an action for them to kind of get them ready again. The exhaust completely stopped. The lights on the ship are all kind of just like fading and flickering at this point. It looks like the energy in the ship itself is like seeping.
Easy
That being
payday.
said, yeah, that being said,
Boarding party.
you hit a critical threshold on their life support and their engines. So
Easy payday. All right, Frenzy, if you mind locking down the ship, make sure no one tries to board, as well as alert me if any other ships end up approaching. I think we should pay our friends here a visit.
Yeah, why the hell did you fire on us? Dumbass.
is there any other actions you would like to do at this point? There's no response or nothing coming from the other ship.
I said if there's
you
any
would
kind of
imagine-
emergency powered computers, I would like to hack into them and disable them from their crew being used.
So that would be what? Science officer?
Science officer, computer check.
Sure.
It's not
Give-
really something that's in the.
Yeah. Let's roll with it.
That is a 19 plus 19.
Sweet.
So as you go to hack into the system, just pulling up close to the ship, so you're just accurate on like, all right, I'm gonna get everything that I can get out of this ship. It looks from your character's perspective, as you continue to hack into their system, their computer systems, their targeting lock systems, their gunnery part of their systems, power is being drawn from that. It looks to be intentionally, and when you kind of invest into why, all of the power that's drawn from different parts of the ship seem to be going into the self-destruct mechanism built
Of course they
year
are.
before.
Can I shut that down?
You can definitely try.
So on top of the 19 plus 19, I could make another computer check.
Mhm.
That is a nat 20.
Super sweet. Damn, girl.
You goof.
Fuck you, bitches.
You ain't gonna get off that easy.
You are successful. when you go to investigate into it, it seemed they've been doing this for a couple of rounds. It would have taken them one more round for it to go off. A total of 4 rounds total. The first one that they fleed, the round that we played off where I had his roll, the round that you just did, at the end of this round, that would have triggered.
Whew.
And it seemed like it was somewhat planned on their part, maybe except for, their life support and engines going. But when you hack into it, none of the other controls of the ship are being worked on. And like I said, all the power was being drawn into just that one mechanic.
Was there any
So
kind of
when you
movement or
hack in-
life on board?
Hmm?
Was there any kind of like movement or life on board?
Mm-hmm. Give me to tie in with science officer, give me we'll do a scan.
All right. It's computers like always. My favorite. 23 was the science officer's scan.
I'll give you just the basic information of the ship that's in front of you.
All right.
Let me just get the right tab real quick.
Now I got the important stuff. The basic information is all we need to move in.
Okay, so basic information. The ship itself is categorized as a large destroyer ship. That's the type of ship. That's the size of the ship. The speed of this ship was a total of 8 with an average maneuverability, so a turn after every 2 hexes. The living crew complement, would be at least like a minimum of 5 to 6 people to run this type of ship, at least.
It's essentially the same type of ship as we are, the large destroyer class.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you're picking up on here. For this ship to be completely functional, there would at least be 5 living crew members running this ship.
All right, and with the basic scan, was it the basic scan that tells me how much crew is on board?
I'll tie it into just all the success you had. There's a total of 8 people on this ship.
All right, I'm gonna relay all that information to everyone else, as well as, of course, all the ship's functioning and non-functioning systems. All right, let's say we get some questions answered here.
Good idea.
I walked to the airlock.
So you head over to the airlock. The rest of your party's like, not going to say anything? Okay, whatever. Just kidding.
If anyone wants to notice, he's being very quiet all of a sudden. Or not all of a sudden, but he's just being very quiet and distant. Like he hasn't even really acknowledged when people are encouraging him or telling him to do things.
Havoc has also been very quiet and off by herself.
I'm sitting by the pilot in case I need to swing.
All right. Snow ends up getting a big smile on her face, gets Jubilee to basically provide her the extra armor and heading to the airlock and putting on her helmet.
Yeah, I stop off at the med bay, grab a couple things that might be necessary, and head off to the airlock as well.
All that off. Okay. I forgot it was on there between switching tabs. Okay. So yeah, you head over to the airlock. Their ship has like pretty much no functionality. Some of the engineers are beginning to patch some of the work that needs to be done to it to make it functional. Out of character, they're all like near the core part of their ship, just trying to do what they can and get everything back to a good state. So when you head over to your airlock, they're not able to compensate or like make a bridge or anything like that. I'm just going to say that you are able to, and you go to breach your way inside.
And can I say that while breaching inside, I'm able to open all of the airlocks?
I would roll that.
Vent those motherfuckers.
So you reach onto their ship. I was planning on the ship blowing up, so I didn't put a map. So we're just gonna kind of play this one on theater of the mind real quick.
Cool.
The airlock is located right here. Number 4. Okay, yeah, you head over to the airlock, and once you approach the room where the airlock is, there's a door to the right of you, and there's a door to the left of you. If you were to head to the door that is the right, you would be heading towards the main bridge part of the ship, like towards that direction. Where if you head towards the left, you would be heading towards, the aft.
Yeah, I want to see if I could vent the motherfuckers into space while we're already kitted out for being in space. Hopefully, catch a few of them without their environmental suit on.
Okay. So I'll put it this way: you take the pathway towards the left of you, because when you got a scan of the ship, their core would be located towards the back part of the ship. So you make a visit left. Is anyone trying to be stealthy?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
I'll keep in the shadows, just like keep in the shadows.
I'll try to be as stealthy as I can, and probably kicking in that new ability.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Ooh, hello! 19 plus 13.
I need to double check what the extra bonuses I got was.
Is that a 13? What is that? So 4 plus 9? Yeah, that's 13. Okay. That's gonna be... I'm
32.
bad at math. 32. Okay, yeah. That's a 32 to stealth.
Okay. And then for Snow?
Yeah, my gift, dim or darkness, I can use stealth to hide even while being observed. So it's no real bonus there. But yeah, I'm just harder to see.
Okay. You open up the door in front of you. Both Snow and Havoc are towards the entrance part of that door. As the door opens up, placed directly in front of you is the galley. It's a door that you will see to the right side of you. In this room, there's some papers kind of just scattered on a table. There's a workstation desk set up, but there's nothing on it at this point. All of you can hear footsteps running, though. It sounds like it's coming from the opposite side of that door that's directly in front of you in this room.
All right.
Yeah,
So
believe
I'm
it
gonna detach Jubilee, have her set it on, pretty much ready to hose down anyone coming through that door, and ready her gun as well.
I'm gonna head over to that table to see if I can make any sense of any of the papers that are on it.
I'm just gonna be ready to shoot anything.
Okay. All of you head towards the door directly in front of you, and the light in the room flickers for a second, and you can just hear the sound of the core just producing this electricity, and the engine not starting up per se, but kind of like when you rev up like a lawnmower when you have to like prime it. You kind of hear that sound going in the ship. Light flickers on for just like a quick second, but then you're back into like a darkened room. Do you still want to proceed forward?
If they didn't come through the door, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through then.
Okay. You push the door open. Directly 15 feet in front of you is another door, but to the left and right of you is a hallway. This hallway looks, when you take a look down it, the lights are just dim lighting at this point. Again, if you were to make a right, you would be heading towards the bridge part of their ship. If you were to make a left, it looks like a straight shot to where the core would be, with a door placed there. It's about 70 feet from where you would be as soon as you go out that door.
Alright, if I take one with me, we'll head to the bridge. Everyone else could head to the core. That is the last known location of most of the crew.
Then I'm gonna just start walking toward the core.
Okay.
I'm going to start making my way to the bridge, and whoever's going to choose to follow me, by all means do.
I'm going to take a...
Right? I gather up like the papers that were on that desk so I can look at them later since it's a little too dark in here to see. And I head off with Snow.
Okay. I'm sending a picture into Sad Space Furries. The location that you are coming from, the airlock was location 4, and the galley was location 6. So you'll see the long hallway that I'm talking about, with 8 being the core towards the bottom part of that map. And the lights, as I mentioned, dim lighting down this hallway that you see. Just so visually we're all on the same page, so theater might be too tough. Where the numbers 7 are located, the doors slam on both the left and right side. Out of character, you don't know that that's where not the airlock, but their
escape pods.
Escape pods are. But you just hear the door slam on each side, and the lights flicker again, and the engine is still priming, but it sounds like it'll start up soon if their science officers can continue to be successful in patching up everything. Do you still wish to continue splitting some individuals going to the bridge and some going towards the core?
Oh, if we hurry, we could hit both ends and try to shut everything down real quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head right for the core.
And I'm heading right for the bridge.
I'm gonna head for the core with Gunner.
And I'm going to the bridge with Snow.
Joe?
I'm still on the ship, just in case, they got away, I could give chase.
Okay, fair enough.
Man, those guns shoot down the escape pods.
There you go.
Fucked up. You going
No
to hell?
survivors, no witnesses.
Flat cannon, deal with all real quick.
Jesus.
So, to everyone going towards the core, I guess that would be
Me and that's pretty much everyone but Snow and Kalani, except for Joe. So basically being me, Havoc.
We could assume a toner is as well.
A toner, yeah.
But until he shows up, he's just kind of meh.
Sure.
Okay. As you continue to head southwards towards the power core, both areas that say 7, the doors, as the power is slowly generating back, the doors begin to lock. And you can kind of hear footsteps and a bit of commotion coming behind both sides of the doors. Man, if we're quick enough, we'll escape out of here before they find us. Things of that nature. You continue to head towards the core, but there is a door placed between you and this core. There's a like a glass piece that you would be able to look through. And when you do, you see the core centered there with this bluish purple light emitting from it, and 3 individuals working, like messing with wires and using different types of tech to try to generate power everywhere in this room. And to kind of backtrack, out of the 8 people that Snow was able to track that's on the ship, 3 of them are in this room, and commotion can be heard in the other 2 rooms.
All right.
When we switch over towards the bridge area, as power slowly begins to generate, you see different visuals pop up on the screen in front of you. The screen looks like it was locked onto your ship. It doesn't have the ship identified. It doesn't have any passengers of the ship identified. but it does have a location kind of pinned to the bottom right that says Black Site, and it's spelled exactly how it would be said: BLACK space SITE. It looks like a darkened area, and just kind of looking at how Verces is, it looks like it would be hard to pinpoint exactly where that would be.
All right. From the access to the computers, do I have any kind of control over the ship?
It's slowly coming back to the ship. Like, first the displays are there, but there's not enough power to like really be able to maneuver the ship.
I mean, like just the interior functions. Because I want to shut down like all activity in all the rooms and lock the doors, with the exception of the power core. If I could open that.
At this exact second, you wouldn't be able to.
All right, then I'm gonna start downloading whatever information I can until I could start doing that.
It would be the equivalent of like trying to start a car, but the battery's like drained, where it's like, oh, like I can still hear the radio and I can still see my time is flickering even though the time is off, but I can't actually use the machine just yet.
Yeah.
So it's like on like that basic of a level right now.
All right, Colony, if you could go to the core as well. I'll also be sending Jubilee with you. I should be fine here in the cockpit.
Okay. I head on down.
And the drone follows.
Okay. I did mention that Gunner, you are all the way towards the south. There's really a door between you and the engine room. There's just a door that stands in front of you. I didn't know if you wanted to make an attempt or anything like that.
Is that going to be like a computers or engineering?
Oh, if you want to try to take the technology way, I mean,
it's either that or I'm shooting through the window at the core.
You could try that attempt as well.
I'm much better at shooting than I am at technology.
Also,
Amen,
is anyone else able to?
Yeah, Havoc, are you good at that?
Huh? What's going on?
Can you open the door?
No.
I'm pretty sure
Can
a
you use the
toner
knock
isn't
spell?
either, other than a toner's strength to try to pry open the door.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just gonna have to shoot at the core from the window because that's the best option I've got.
I do not have knock, actually. Okay.
I know a toner strength, last I knew, was the exact same as Joberon's. So we could actually, given that opportunity, see if he could open the door manually.
If you want to.
Joe, give me an athletics check, and I will apply your skill to a toner.
Okay.
It helps
For,
to remember
like,
stuff about
trying to
your,
open the door.
about your friend's characters.
8 plus numbers. 8 plus 13, 21.
The door is pried open enough for you, the nozzle of your gun to like go through it if you were to take a shot at anyone specifically or the core.
Question is, should I shoot at them or the core? They're science officers, so they're probably really scared nerds.
Really scared nerds, probably not as durable as, say, any of their fighters.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot one in the back.
Just smear the motherfucker across the wall.
Let's see. I gotta remember all my stuff again. So long arm is +1. I'm doing a full attack, so that's 3 because of my sniper ability. Plus that was in my 2. Plus that. I'm pretty sure I take like a -3 to attack. So that's a +13. Okay, that's going to be a 14 plus 13 to hit. So that's going to be a 27.
That's going to hit. I should mention that these science officers don't really like look armored as well. It looks like this is more of like their profession. They're just kind of in like plain clothing, but you see that they look technology advanced, not adventurer.
These assholes are going to get smeared across the engine core.
All right. So that is 6d6.
Oh, poor babies.
So that's a total of 20 damage to him. Oh wait, no, that's 20 plus. Let's see. So it's 20 plus half my base damage bonus plus my level, if I'm correct. Yes, level to damage. So that is going to be a total of round down. So that's 4 plus 9, so 13. So 34. Wait, yes, 33. Sorry.
Okay. With that amount of damage you take.
Oh wait, that's only one attack.
Yeah, you take one of them out.
Oh right. Oh, he's already dead. Cool.
Yeah. Like I said, they don't look like adventurers at all.
Use the second shot to take out another one.
That's
Make
pretty
it
much what I'm
really
doing.
hard for them to try to do anything.
Okay, so being that's his second attack and the first target's dead, that means my thing's back to a plus. It's a minus. It's -4 when I full attack, so that makes this a. Pretty sure it's just a -4 then. Well, that's an 18 plus 13 or 12, so that's gonna be a 30.
Also,
You take him out too.
So let's do another 5, 1. So that's 23 plus my 13. So that's going to be 36.
Mm-hmm.
No, 2 down.
that's 2 out of 3.
Jesus.
Get the fuck out of here, you cowards!
Mads,
Jesus.
take out the third.
Yeah. The third one, seeing what happened to the 2 prior, like the first shot happened, the attention was like, oh, like we've been breached. Like it looked like they were unaware of what's going on. As the second one turned their head from the power cord towards Gunner, the bullet was already placed between the eyes.
Oh.
The third one immediately dropping like a clipboard, puts his hand on like a please don't shoot gesture. However, it is not just a Toner and Gunner here at this moment. So this is when I look over to you and say, is there anything you would like to do? Ow.
So the one
like,
dude in a please don't
fine.
shoot.
Yeah, the other guy's trying to surrender.
Well, there's no reason to do anything then. I'm gonna be like, hey, fuck, I haven't
Hey,
played in shit.
why not take a prisoner? Might come in handy.
There's also the other people in the escape pod rooms.
If we get in there fast enough.
Well, I'm gonna keep him at gunpoint just in case he tries anything funny. But just like, do you have anything on you?
Search him. Frisk.
As I mentioned,
Rat.
drop the clipboard and like any like tech-ish thing that he would have had on him. And he said, look, I'm a fucking nerd in a coat. Do I look like I have anything on me?
I knew it.
I'm gonna put down the gun. I'm gonna put down the gun and
Got a life support back. Now I'm fighting.
Do I have any of the do I have anything that could bind him?
I do.
Mads might ask for some ion tape then.
I mean, I'll just do it myself if need be. As long as you want to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him. There's no reason. He's surrendered. There's no reason to do anything.
I raised my gun up at him.
He said, look, if you don't shoot, I can generate enough power and we could do this peacefully.
Gunner, what are you doing?
Be so fucking easy.
Don't let him power up the engines. He's gonna let everyone else escape.
Gunner,
We should just fucking kill him.
don't do it.
What are you gonna do about it?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it?
Seems like you're suddenly on their side a lot.
Oh. out of character. I'm like, I see what's happening. Gunner, what are you talking about?
Why shouldn't we just kill the fuckers who tried to blow us up in space?
He's surrendering. He's just a nerd.
That doesn't mean that he won't turn on us. He's the only one who can actually make the ship run again and let those assholes get out on the fucking escape pods. We kill him, they're destined to die here.
Gunner? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I just see a problem when I see a problem. And we can fix that real fucking easy.
By killing someone who surrenders?
Better than someone who surrenders.
Have I gotten there yet, by the way?
Everything up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
with Jubilee getting there as well, she's going to say, don't let him power up the engine, or else the others will escape.
Isn't he already taped up?
Not yet.
Were we able to actually get in? Because so
going.
far the door was only open a crack for the gun barrel to go through.
I go up to the guy. It's like,
well, you can't. The door is still shut.
So a toner has it open just enough where like the nozzle of the gun would be able to get through.
Oh, okay.
So everything that's being said, there is still the door between you. There's not enough energy powered for that door to just like open on its own. So everything that's said, Gunner's is holding like the door pried open.
And can I say that Jubilee drone, after seeing that they got that covered, goes back to the junction point where the escape pods are, and just sits on sentry down the hallway for anyone who tries to leave those rooms.
Then I go over to that door and it's like, if you value your life, then you would open the doors to the other two rooms and this one.
He can't, right?
He can. He literally can't. The power's out.
No, we just need to get into that room, secure them, and then there's nothing else that they could do on this ship. And
the R2s are locked, so they're stuck in there with the escape pods that cannot work until the power's back on.
Yeah, it's a turkey shoot with those guys. We just need to make sure that this guy doesn't power up the engines.
So there's no way to get the doors
not without physical force. It's either we
force for having them power back up.
So the two of you, since you aren't holding a gun on the guy, could help in opening the door. While Gunner keeps his barrel on the scientist, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
I don't have very much strength, but I can try.
I think I'd rather, if anyone's going to point a gun at him, I'd rather it be me than Gunner, because Gunner, you're scaring me.
And Gunner probably has higher strength than both of us.
No, I was actually role-playing.
Yeah.
I was saying that to Gunner.
He's not even responding. He's just staring at this guy. Just staring with his finger on the trigger.
I'm gonna reach up and like slowly try to get Gunner to lower the gun.
Don't touch my gun.
Gunner?
Snow's gonna come over the intercom. Have you secured the room yet?
We're having
a little bit of an issue with Gunner.
I'm doing just fine. This one's trying to take my gun off the scientist who could do shit.
I'm holding my gun at him too.
Just someone get in there and secure the last guy so he doesn't do anything that's gonna make things more difficult.
Wait a minute, can I squeeze through there? I'm a tiny girl.
It's only big enough for a gun barrel to go through.
Oh.
You're not that tiny.
If you part octopus.
Or the plant person in my campaign.
True.
Well, I guess I could try to help force the door open some more if I can. So that would probably be what, a strength check?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, straight roll. Come on now.
And does a toner have to make another roll?
Also, can Jubilee do it?
I mean, she could, but she's also in the cockpit.
No, I mean that's not. Oh, is
Oh,
Jubilee with you? I thought you sent Jubilee
no.
down with us.
Jubilee's in the hallway, and I
Yeah.
don't believe she. It can. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have any manipulators. It has the gun itself, so if it could wedge the gun in there, maybe.
Hmm.
Have Jubilee put the gun on him while we could try to force the door open more. I rolled a 10, so yeah.
You try to help, and like you kind of get next to where a toner is, and every attempt that you're trying, a toner like lets loose his grip a little bit, and it kind of tightens for seconds, like oh, and like reholds it back in position. The engineer, the science officer on the other end just says, "Look, we can build a level of trust here. I am not your enemy.
I agree. Nothing bad has to happen right now.
Let me fix this, and we can talk."
Don't let him fix it.
You're not turning that core on.
Is there a way to open the doors without powering the ship back up?
Not unless you want to look like him, and points towards the donor. Not at least the important rooms.
Gunner? Please.
Please
help Kalani open the door. I can
think
handle
I can fix this fucking door? You think I can fucking open this shit? I'm not a giant fucking lizard.
With 3 people, I'm sure we can.
Fucking Christ, this bullshit.
Havoc, Kalani.
Be right back.
Havoc,
Kalani.
Kalani. Go watch.
That was a nat 1.
Wait,
so
what, Gunner?
2.
What did you do?
I put away my gun to try and open the door, and I got a nat 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
After seeing that the gun isn't pointed at him, he goes to pick up like a device off the ground, one of the things that he dropped. It looks like a modified comm unit. And he just points the comm unit towards the core and begins to just press some buttons.
Don't
I
shoot the fucker.
I still have my gun on him. Just like, dude, what are you doing?
Shoot the fucker. Don't let him start the core.
I'm gonna shoot him in the leg.
Go make your attack roll.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Upon hearing all this on the comms, Snow's gonna sprint down the hallway. She's now getting pissed.
Oh boy. Hopefully this what's the damage bonus? Oh, range attack. So that is a 15 to hit.
Sadly, a 15 will not hit.
Oh
The
boy.
core gets shot. Oh no! Boom.
However, the computer check that I made while you was doing that was successful, and energy is electricity slowly being poured into just different parts of the ship. The door is in front of you is like stuck where it is right at this exact moment. You can see like a toner could take his hands out and it would be stuck where it is right now. And as that electricity is going towards the bridge, and you have Snow running down the hallway, and those dim lights are slowly beginning to brighten up, you can hear the sounds from both of the rooms that have the escape pods in them. You can hear sounds kind of happening in those rooms. Suddenly, one out of the 6 pods that are there drops. Jobron, give me a perception check.
Oh
Perceiving.
no. Here I was trying to be peaceful.
I rolled a 20. So a 20 plus perception 10, 30.
You see it. It falls right beneath the ship. It looks like it comes on the right side of where the turret is placed, which is also underneath the ship for their ship. And as the escape pod drops out, it kind of is swaying towards the darker side of
Shoot those
Verses.
fuckers down.
Shoot! Shoot!
So I
Don't be
relay
the
that information-
stormtroopers in Star Wars. Shoot the fucking pods.
I relay that information to you guys over there as I run to the fucking gunnery deck.
Yeah, and Snow's gonna be screaming into the microphone, don't let any of them escape.
So I take our weakest gun because I don't want to just blow it the fuck up.
The flat cannon,
I take the flat cannon
which is probably best for that anyways.
and I'm gonna make an attack roll to disable or attack the little life potty thing. Here we go. Is that okay, Brandon?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, Snow.
18. I don't know what to add.
It'll be the pilot.
Or your
18
Whatever.
plus 14 is 32.
So with a 32 with the flat cannon, the weakest weapon on your ship, you blow this thing to smithereens, and a almost like old school arcade games, like 100 pops in front of you. Because
Guys,
Yeah.
they're dust.
Good.
the door in front of
Look
you
at that.
slowly begins to open up. The science officer throws the modified comm unit into the ground. As it collides into the ground, looks like it powers off at the same time. And now the door opens up with ease.
And does my sprinting get me in there?
I'm gonna rush at him.
As Jubilee, as you sprint past where both of the number 7s are, 4 more escape pods fall out.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
But yes, you hear them as you're running past them. And as I mentioned, the door is wide open. The science officer doesn't look to be armed in any way, shape, or form. And going with the same check that Gilbron did last time, now 4 more pods kind of drop from the bottom, but they all go in a different direction of Verses.
Fuck.
And like I said, I'm rushing the science officer as soon as the door opens.
Okay. And you do so. He dropped his device. He goes to pick it up, and you've already clutched both of your hands either around his neck or on his shoulders. I'll let you
Wherever you can place
the
those
direction
hands.
you want to go.
Pretty much one hand, as soon as I see him going down, I use my right hand to grab his throat, the other to grab his left arm and slam him into the ground.
Okay. You do so. He's pretty lightweight. He's on the slim kind of side. So
What kind of species is he?
he is I want to say Berthani, or he's from the planet Versi, but he looks to be human.
Hmm.
When you take a look at him, he looks to have more of a tan. So you feel he's comes from the northern side, light side.
Yeah, when Snow gets to the door, she's just gonna be screaming out, "You had one fucking job! Keep that motherfucker from starting up the engines! Now they all fucking escaped! One guy!
Right! And I start punching the guy's face in.
One
Whoa.
fucking man had to die so we could have 4 fucking prisoners, and now they're fucking gone! And I'm gonna be using the fear gift the entire time.
Ooh.
What's the fear gift?
Ooh.
I basically cause intimidation as well as basically filling the people around me with regret.
As much as I'd love to feel this regret, I am filled with pure rage.
Wham wham.
Womp 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 womp.
So yeah,
Before the-
Snow is really scary right now.
Before we play this part out, Jobron, you still are on the other ship,
I am.
and you do see the escape pods with the 4 different escapees all fall out. They all look to be going on different parts of Verces.
Oh, is that not what I shot?
You shot the one that came out that
just
round,
those.
but
Right.
as the doors opened up and more power was generated, the other 4 remaining people on the ship made a run for it.
Hurry, use a broadside. Destroy at least 3 of them.
Do I have a chance to react to that, or are they gone?
No, you could react. Is I don't know how many attacks you'd be able to pull through. Maybe
A
3.
broadside would be able to.
The
take
broadside
out
would be
3.
whatever arc we have. So if they're all in front of us, then we'd be able to do 3.
And we are in. I did say before that we are in between that ship and the planet. So.
They had to go past us.
Yep.
So I roll
in one
3
way or
attacks.
another.
Yes, you'll be using the last torpedo, the front heavy cannon, and the turret. If you had to use a resolve point, and you have a -2 to your rolls, but you can offset 2 of those by using our boost.
Yep, the computer
So
boost.
I will do everything he just said.
Okay.
Let me
So
put
lose
my-
resolve point.
Oh, where's my dude? He's not on the screen. Alright, I'll remember. It's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
First attack is whatever you want. You want to do the heavy cannon?
I'll do cannon, torpedo, flak.
Okay, so cannon, you roll with a -2 unless you want to add the booster to it to make it a flat roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so flat roll.
All right. So I roll all 3 already.
Oh, okay.
And I add my piloting to all 3 of them, and 2
Yeah, you add piloting and
2 to
then
the first 2.
yeah.
Okay. So the cannon would be a 28.
That'll hit.
The torpedo would be a 34, and the flat cannon is a 25.
All 3 are successful. The question I guess I have for you is, each escape pod is going to north, south, east, and west of Verces. Within this round, I'll say it's within each turret's range and things of that nature. I just didn't know which one you want to aim for, because afterwards it would get like
Dark side first.
dark side first. Okay. So that one's taken care of. So you have one heading towards the north, and then the others heading to like the midway points of each side. 3 of them hit. I just don't know which order you want to try to take them out.
Let's do north and east. Does that make sense, or?
Yeah, I put 4 escape pods up. I was just about to place them.
Okay. I'm on my stat screen.
Here. Yeah, I looked up
Alrighty,
escape pod and this came up. So we're gonna.
Yeah,
Nice.
Works. Looks as suppository, but it's fine.
All right. Guys, I fired as fast as I could. I didn't miss, but one got away.
Fuck. You did what you could.
Heading towards the west, was it?
Yes.
So what would happen is, this would count as a round. You could either, it would either get out of range. You could try it with the negatives, or if you decide you want to pilot, you could pilot, but then you have no gunner. Like you have that whole hit by yourself.
If I have a chance to shoot it with the range penalties, I'll do that.
Oh, we fired the last rocket, didn't we?
Yeah, the rocket's already been gone. That was the last torpedo we had.
So I assumed that he's going to be too far to my side to do an arc, so it would be my turret at this point.
Your turret or your cannon?
I don't think it matters. So turret, and I can still make 2 attacks with that, or no, just 1.
You can make it full attack.
Yeah.
Just -4.
-4. Okay. Works the same way. Got it. I really only need 1 of these to hit. And it's a new round, so I can boost these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it would just be for the range. It would just be a -2 for each increment past your first range.
All right. 25. The other one's a miss for sure. 25.
Okay. 25 does it, and it blows in the smithereens, and the same like old school archaic version of it. 200, 400, 800, and then 1016, and that one kind of glitters in the stars.
So we got all of them.
Guys, they're gone.
No survivors.
Thank you, Jobron. At least someone was able to fucking do their job.
Well, look at that, nerd. You got all your friends killed by doing what you did. And you just dug your own grave.
He
Havoc walks out.
he looks over towards you and he's like, the only people on the ship that are my friends are the ones you killed just now.
Oh, well, then they shouldn't have been so stupid.
So then, it seems like we're in a position of, we have questions that need answered. You will tell us.
I mean, I can tell you what I know, but it really isn't much.
Well, that just means less of you that maybe gets to return home. So, start talking. Starting with, the motherfucker that hired you, I'm sure, is the same guy that's been hunting us. Give us every bit of information on him that you have.
Well, the individual that owned this ship, he seemed to go by the name of Quentin. He's one of the people that took the escape pods, which I'm assuming you also heard. Paid to have people help with running his ship to great extent. From what I picked up, Quentin seemed to be a type of assassin in alliance with several other assassins. And he hired a couple science officers and engineers, such as myself, to make sure that the ship part runs smoothly so he could focus on the people he needs to assassinate. So again, it's not much information that I have, but I was getting paid to make sure this ship worked properly. And
Alright, so you're one of the eggheads, right? Tell me everything you have on Project Black Site.
Project Black Site. It seemed that every job that Quentin got, he would have to report to some person for his payout at this location known as Black Site. He did not display any of that information to us. However, I could maybe try to hack into the system and see what I could gather.
I could easily take care of that. You royally fucked up. Which you're going to have to pay for, by the way. So, is there any kind of useful information you can give us? Something to, pay for your life?
He just kind of looks around. He looks at his comm unit, and he says, well, I know that Quentin talked to a buyer known as Scuttle. He seemed to have gotten a couple weapons and stuff from a person named Scuttle that is located on Verces. Other than that, he kept all of his other business quite personal and to himself.
So what you're saying is you can offer us nothing for your life.
If that doesn't help you, the only thing I can offer you is this ship that doesn't have enough people to run it.
I mean, it's not really yours to offer, is it? We just took it.
It looks like there's no one left except me. That's all I can offer to you.
We could always use an extra science officer.
Yeah, Weasley little scumbag like this? I don't think so. I'm gonna pull out my gun and shoot him.
Damn.
Just point blank.
Yep.
Can I try and wait, I got a better idea. Is the life support still on?
He patched up the life support. That was like one of the things they was able to do before all of you arrived.
Then I'm gonna zip tie his arms behind his back and lead him to the airlock.
What the fuck?
I honestly just prefer Snow shot him in the head now.
Yo, I'm so glad I don't know what's going on here.
Okay. I mean, He doesn't fight it. He knows he's outnumbered. He knows strength-wise, there's nothing he can do to change this outcome. He's more, intelligent than anything, and he knows in this situation there's no good that's going to come out of it. So he cooperates with anything and everything until he cannot.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
What'd I miss?
Oh
Nothing.
my god.
What'd I miss?
Nothing. He was just saying that he's cooperating right now.
Yep.
Yeah, but Connell's leading him to the airlock.
Havoc standing outside the door.
And I'm
Okay.
like,
She sees. Does she see Gunner leading him towards the airlock?
And she would have seen that Snow was about to blow his brains out, and then Gunner's like, I got a better idea. Zip time and start leading him out of the room.
And we take it from your point of view because he's not putting up a fight.
why is it that we always have to meet violence with more violence? And I'm like, I'm like an exasperated. I'm like, I know I'm not going to be able to change her minds or anything. And I'm shaking my head and I walk off.
I'm gonna take him right to the airlock. That's
I'm
open.
not. No. Gunner,
Havoc,
stop.
Havoc, stand down. You already fucked up enough on this one.
I go off to see if I can check the other rooms to gather more information that I can gather.
So
I'm
the red.
gonna take a shot at the officer. Because
Shoot the scientist.
what I'm about to do is a hell of a lot better than whatever Gunner's gonna do.
What the hell is
The
going
musical chairs of trying to kill him.
Fuck.
I'm so glad I'm not over there right now.
I was about to take a
I
shot.
wish
at this
I
guy.
wasn't.
Wait, I got something better.
Can I try and go against his combat or her combat maneuvers with a dexterity check to kick her little hand?
Sure, go for it.
Oh my god.
This is tragic.
Oh god. I really. PvP!
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. What does Thanos say?
You
I'm
lying.
sorry. I'm sorry, little one.
Oh. No! That's even worse because of what you're about to do!
I'm really upset if you throw Havoc out the airlock, I'm just saying.
Oh no.
I will come back! I don't need
I wasn't
to
planning
breathe.
on.
I was about to say, you're already undead, so even if we threw you out there a lock, you'll
Yeah,
just
you
be
can't
floating.
breathe. You're good.
I don't need to breathe. I can just swim back to our ship.
So with acrobatics, that's going to be a total of. That's pretty low. Although it's it's against it's against fucking AC versus combat maneuvers. So, that's a total of 27.
Fuck. Alright, what do I have to roll?
It's against your combat maneuvers, so it's 8 plus your kinetic armor class.
Oh, 35.
Okay, so you're good. You can still make your attack.
Oh, okay.
You did it.
13. Havoc is having a fucking panic attack.
13 would actually miss its normal armor class.
Yeah, so Snow is actually going to grab Havoc and lift her up off the ground.
Oh my god, Havoc's going out the airlock. Oh my god.
Oh,
I said, stand the fuck down!
what is he going to do to her? No, what is he going to do to him?
He is going to do what I ordered. As you should.
And I'm going to proceed to the airlock.
Okay.
So I assume the airlock is like the two doors like one to the outside and one on that inside one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to close us inside the pressure chamber and open up the outside one. So that all the air is now gone and it's just us sort of in space.
Okay. He's right before the air is gone, he's just gonna like look at you and say, "Does this make you feel good?"
There's a lot of new things that make me feel good. And some personal advice. I've heard you probably shouldn't hold your breath. And I take off his helmet.
Oh God! What the fuck? I have to make a will save. I failed. So, Snow, Havoc goes completely limp.
And I forget, how long does it take for like
I'm not
someone
even near
to?
this. I'm
like,
on the
Isn't
ship.
it like 13 seconds total?
That's something I actually have to look up. That was not what I had expected. This
Oh,
session
God.
at all.
Hey, is that
Holy
like-
shit, Blake, you're coming in at a really, real bad time.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Gunner and Snow just airlocked the guy.
Well, no, I have him in the airlock with me, and I just pulled off his helmet.
Gunner is not going to be happy about this. Or not
You
Gunner,
just-
A toner.
Toner's not going to be happy.
Yeah,
about
you just airlocked an unarmed man.
He's currently still in my hands.
A Toner, get him.
But we also need to get the exact time of how long it takes to die in space. And if I remember from some weird documentary I watched many, many years ago, I want to say it's like 13 seconds.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
It's a rather short period of time.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, it
long.
doesn't take long. Because it's more of the
That's
freezing.
2 rounds.
from
That's 2
space.
rounds. Saying.
It's essentially 2 rounds. But it's a mixture of both the skin itself freezing, the air basically freezing all along the entire internal pathways, and the complete lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Well, is the guy wearing
That's why I'm
armor?
not there.
Scientist, he's just a nerd.
Yeah, he was essentially wearing a like
A
a
lab coat.
science lab coat and like a space helmet that was just torn off his head.
I was about to say, because like I think I remember reading in the book that like any suit of armor counts as like having 24 hours of life support or something.
Yeah, but his helmet's off.
Yep.
He said that his contribution to this ship was there was pretty much like an assassin that made all the calls with a group of assassins. They tried to take these escape pods, which Joe Braun, who's still on the ship, shot all of them out in space. And that he was pretty much paid by the assassins to make sure that the ship was efficient and running the best of its ability. That's kind of.
Do I find anything else as I scour the rest of the rooms and grab whatever information I can grab?
No, a lot of it just looks to be like just different past jobs that were done, people that were assassinated. Some of it looks to like not even have a name, but just a description of what an individual looked like, common clothes, how many days they were being followed, stuff like that.
Yeah, I just gather all that stuff up. Anything that
Okay.
might be of help.
So I see at most an astronaut without a suit would last about 15 seconds before losing consciousness from lack of oxygen.
And
Oh
to
my
decrease.
God.
So
And Havoc is currently unconscious in Snow's grip. Kalani is searching the ship for information. So what is a donor doing all this? And
Their spot to show up,
yeah,
like just like a few seconds after everything just blew up just now.
yeah, and Snow just went on a rampage yelling at everyone and using these new dark gifts that she got to just spread intimidation.
So is this one of the ships we were fighting last session?
Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
We disabled them, came on board. I killed 2 nerds. The rest tried to escape in escape pods. We blew them up before they got away. And now this is the last person who surrendered at first and then turned on the power so that people could try and escape through the escape pods.
Yeah, which is
But
exactly
also
what
open
Snow was trying to
doors.
tell people not to let him do.
But also allowed all the doors to be open.
It's
You have to remember that.
yeah, I mean, we could have forced the door open eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
I mean, we had time.
Before the weapon.
They didn't.
We also have our own engineer.
Mm-hmm.
But so, does the toner want to do anything before I do what I was planning to do?
Since he was technically in the doorway as well, hearing Snow yell at everyone that they had one job to do, and then her basically saying, yeah, you have nothing to offer us, and I'm about to blow his brains out before a toner started doing what he was going to do.
So, were we able to get any info out of him?
Not much.
Not
About,
really
like,
out of
people
him,
that were
but
trying to, like, why they attacked us?
They were hired guns. They're
Yeah.
like just the person, like they're just like the person who destroyed the building. They were hired guns, hired by the guy, most likely. And the only information we got was a guns dealer. It seems that the captain of the ship
Yeah.
got all their weaponry from. So that is probably our next place to go.
the name of an arms dealer, and Snow has access to the ship's computer, so she could get just about all the other information that the scientists could have given. So it's like, he's literally worthless, and he just made things more difficult. So yeah, Snow's like, fuck this guy, he's getting spaced.
Well, he could still be useful to us in terms of being a face to, like, get us in places where we might have trouble getting into otherwise.
He's a backstabbing scammer.
Well, I mean, like, because he was hired by people, like, you could show up and we could pretend to be working with him and you could get us into
Let's
somewhere.
just put it this way, nice and simple. If we had him do anything at all, he's more likely to stab us in the back, especially planet side, where he could have all kinds of friends to ambush us. If we deal with him now, we won't have to worry about that problem later.
I'm gonna just slightly speed up to help get to that point in the story where I'm aiming for. After Kalani searches through files, documents, anything that could be like grabbed and taken with the party to examine later, a cred stick is found for 1,800 credits, but everything else, Kalani's able to kind of scoop up and take with all of you. The ship isn't in a really good working condition, even with the power that was diverted and used in the ship. It was just, it's gonna.
Of course, nobody knows that. I just walked off. So nobody really knows what I'm doing.
Yep.
I just walked off.
I would say there's probably like a point in time where all of you gathered together to go back to the ship. One, just because Joe Bron's kind of split from the party, and two, just as like a story pivotal moment.
Once when the guy is dealt with, Snow actually wanted to get whatever information out of the computers while she can, with the system still being up and active, then set the countdown again for the self-destruct as the rest of the crew leaves and leaves any kind of danger zone of the explosion.
Before any of that happens, I have 2 rounds with this boy.
Give me a computer check for Snow, so that I can at least handle that one. You do have the 2 rounds. I'll see how you play that one out.
All right. Come on. All right, that's 19 plus 15.
Wow. Okay. With a 34, when you just go through the computer systems with the power that's generated into it, he looks to have, as mentioned before, he's done business with a shop known as Scuttle's Body Shop in the location Kuvakara, which is where he was heading to on Verces as well. They do have a docking station there and other places there. I have a map for it. I'll send it to you when we get to that point in time. But he has other dealers that he's met with, and it seems like he was linked to several other assassins, none of which that are named, but just the fact that he's this individual who was making the calls on this ship was connected to other assassins. Given the description, the descriptions that were written, the descriptions look to be detailed, little bits of detailed information about you. So you feel that this person may have just how the other assassin that you saw in Absalon Station was gunning for you, that this was another person that was given information about you. Characteristics of what your character looks like, not achievements or accomplishments of things you've done.
Yeah, I'm quite popular. Someone has a boner for me. Okay.
Alright, so now my time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to consider the beginning of the round was when I pulled off his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So during that first round, Gunnar feels great.
Oh no.
He's loving this. He's seeing the look in his eyes, him trying to gasp at nothing. And then after a number of seconds, he sort of realizes what he's actually doing. And in the beginning of the next round, he puts the helmet back onto the guy. He closes the airlock. He
The
just
guy. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Play your part out.
I mean, pretty much it was going to open up the airlock to the indoor, immediately take him and shove him into a toner, and just like, I'm sorry, I don't know what. I'm just going to go back to the ship. And does anyone want to try and make a perception check?
Havoc is unconscious, so no.
And
Sure, I will.
Snow is likely in the bridge at this point. So.
Where's Havoc? Did you
You're
Where's
unconscious. You're just getting dragged along.
And Snow's just kind of carrying you along and just going to the computer, still holding you.
Is it just a fireman's carry, or am I just slung over your shoulder casually, like
she
an
pretty
owl?
much picked you up by your armor, so she's just carrying you by the back of your armor.
Do I notice anything of my 11?
I wasn't sure if I should make this a check or not, but it's also just good for roleplay. So, just because you are listening and you're the closest person to me, as I'm walking away, you just hear me continuously whispering, "I am not my father. I am not my father."
Oh boy.
So we don't have time to unpack all that.
We don't have the
time. There's a lot to unpack there. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Someone's got daddy issues.
Just you wait.
Oh no.
So since Gunnar just gave this guy to me, is it safe to say that he's pretty much just like helpless at this point?
Oh yeah, he's still tied up with the tape thing.
He's
so
tied up,
he's
not
bound.
very strong or had any armor or anything else.
The toner's just going to sigh and just going to bonk him on the head, knock him unconscious.
Oh, thank God, I can breathe a bonk.
And then just going to like pick him up like, huh, and just sort of sling him casually over his shoulder.
Like a wet rag.
Oh, like, hey, make a note of that, Brendan.
Yeah. I'm doing writing some things as everyone was speaking.
No, it's fine. It's almost like I gave that to you.
I through the comms, I contact the rest of them. It's like, hey, I found some interesting information. And also, I guess, the cred stick from his last thing that he did. And I'm on my way back towards the airlock to make it over to the ship.
I got what information I could on my end. I'm going to be setting the self-destruct, so if we can make our way back to the ship and continue on to the planet.
Does this ship have a med bay, by chance? Or not
Doesn't
really?
seem like it from the map. It's a very limited ship.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
Nice pick, Madison.
Huh?
Nice pick. When Gunner's face an unarmed man.
Okay, so you head back towards the ship. The on your ship, it says that you are not too far away from Kubakara, which was the destination that was set at first. Do you still want to continue to go there?
I mean, it's most of the information we have on this planet so far, so that would be the only space station we would really know on the planet.
Okay.
With a large size ship like this, kind of need a space station.
It would take pretty much like the rest of the day to head towards this location. It's the where you're going to be heading to. You're going to be going into a spaceport that's located on like a northeast facet. Faucet. I always say this wrong word. FACE.
Is there any location on the planet? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I know there's like spaceports and stuff, but is there any place that's like in the wilderness that like we could land?
With a ship of this size, it's a bad idea.
With trying to find a spaceport, you won't find one that's like close to it. You either have like the dealing with somewhat the extreme heat the most north you go, or the extreme cold the further south you go. The docks are kind of placed in quadrants on each of those locations. Towards the middle, it's a bit harder to find one near a wilderness. However, they do on this planet, which I didn't get to yet, they do have different types of like bullet trains and things that you could take as ways of travel here.
Well, because I was thinking that like with our guy, just dump him off in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, we don't need to stop the ship to dump him off.
We could just go turn him in.
You could go turn him in. Also, if you really want to dump him out into the wastes, we could just do a little flyby and push.
Yeah, that would just be straight up murder. It was like at least this would give him a chance.
It depends on how high we're flying and how fast.
Oh.
We're gonna put him in Arnold Schwarzenegger moment.
Because remember, it's a spaceship. It has full 360 in all directions of maneuverability. So it could basically fly like a helicopter and get really low to the ground. So we could just go. Whoop.
But if there's no good wilderness places to land, then I guess turning him in at the closest like law enforcement place would be the alternative.
Okay. So I guess I'll start from just arriving at Kubakara. Let me think I have the picture right on this map. This map isn't the best map, but it's one of the Planet Diversity's maps that I had. So this doesn't do a good description of it, but it's just a good visual of like what you're about to see. Where you are, it's towards the northern side, but it's not extreme heat that you'll be dealing with where you're located.
Yeah, it would prefer to stay on the colder side.
Beneath an early evening sky, stained crimson and gold, a craggy island rises 1,000 feet above blue-gray waters. A white dome-shaped structure occupies most of the island's surface. Concrete landing pads jut out from the island's cliffs, illuminated by blinking blue and green lights. Other ships coast towards the spaceport in slow spirals. A sprawling city of dazzling skyscrapers laced with a grid of roadways and elevated transparent tubes containing trains glitters across the river to the south. Visibly, even from this height, hollow billboards advertising a range of products written both in common and versite flicker in the dusky light beneath you. Just as like a intro to where you're heading towards.
Yeah, and on the way, I would have handed Havoc off to Kalani as like, will you mind making sure that they aren't too badly damaged?
Yeah, I give her a once over.
And for a whole day, I locked myself in the environment center.
Captain, bad news. She's dead. We know.
We know. Can you give us any more information?
Kalani, Brendan, do you mind if I have her make a roll?
Sure.
Make a perception check.
I rolled a 32 on that.
Oh yeah, you totally fucking passed. You don't really notice anything injury-wise. When you remove her helmet, you see that her eyes are wide open, and instead of the usual pale lavender light pinpricks of light that come from her eyes, they are a bright white. And when you lean closer, she is whispering, but not in her voice.
I'm like, I kind of like.
It is the voice of an old man.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. I'm sorry.
Quote from Man Stabbed.
I try to. I'm like, I like shake Havoc gently. I like, Havoc, are you okay? Wake up, honey. Nah, I don't slap him. I'm not.
Havoc, it's been 20 years.
No.
Your kids miss you.
Get hair extensions. It's like, Havoc, you've been out for so long.
Oh my god. That'd be really
We just make a
funny.
whole fucking thing out of it. Oh god.
A toner's grown a beard in the time you were gone. Don't ask
I
how.
lost my other leg.
Oh god. And when you shake her, her eyes close and she stops whispering. But she doesn't wake up.
She stops breathing.
She doesn't
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, she doesn't breathe normally.
Oh yeah. I mean, I run like a medicine check to make sure that Havoc's okay in all other ways, and I'm just let her rest.
I mean, okay, yeah.
For a literal walking corpse, they're doing okay.
Pretty much. I'm like, I'm the medic.
The white eyes and old man voice are new, but other than that, she's perfect.
That's like questions that I'll have when she finally wakes up. I mean, like, until then, can't really force somebody back into consciousness. It's a time thing. I just keep an eye on Havoc until she wakes up. And I think I also noticed that the guy actually didn't get killed, so I was like kind of happy about that.
How much emphasis was put on this one guy today.
Oh my god.
I mean, there wouldn't have been if it wasn't for the fact that, he kind of tried to get everyone else to escape.
Congratulations, little Jimmy. This is your origin story.
Oh god.
But again, he ended up opening all the doors.
I mean, he tried to
And
get
yet,
his friends to
yeah,
escape. He
very
was
far.
sacrificing himself for everyone else to escape. And Snow was yelling into the comms, "Don't let him power it up."
At least we wouldn't have to force our way through doors that are almost impossible to open.
Oh yeah, I should mention that. Like, I had your character trying to pry open doors because there was no electricity running through the ship during all that.
Yeah, so you're the Vescan He-Man.
Since Joe Braun was on the ship.
I tried, but failed.
Joe Braun stayed on the ship, and they wanted to have you travel with them. So I played toward your strength to the group.
I tried to help you open the door more and didn't work out because I have like no strength.
But with that being said, your ship begin to land onto a platform, and these long mechanical arms grabs onto your ship and uh, puts you into like this large hangar that looks like it's built on the side of the spaceport and uses gravity to kind of help your ship stay in place. Just the technology that they have here, they're able to do that. As you step out, you're greeted by several like Berthani spaceport individuals. They all are dressed in like these yellow uniforms, just saying, greetings and welcome to Verces. Several like holographic screens are displayed between the actual like spaceport waiting area and where your ship is located. You see several things being advertised on different screens, like sunscreen, different items that are on sale for different prices. New app that's going around called Penumbra. Things like that.
And can I say before getting off this ship that I put on like the full space gear, so none of me is showing. I'm gonna tint the visor on my helmet.
Okay.
Hey, that's Gunner's shtick.
Yeah, and I'm actually
You stole my helmet.
I'm clearly being hunted on this planet, so
Being hunted.
and if there's more than one of us, it's not that different.
Yeah, did
our
find any
friend
information
wake up yet?
Not yet.
Brandon?
I'm sorry. One more time.
I said with the information that I was able to pick through and obtain, did I actually find anything that would concern like descriptions of any of us on the ship or whatnot that might come up, since that was apparently worried.
Let me see.
Gunner might be apparently worried.
Give me a perception check, because they don't really name anyone by name. They use just descriptions of things.
Right.
So you're trying to read between the lines to see if, like, okay, this looks like it could match us.
18, 15, so a 33.
So with a 33, you get the same like small bits of information that Snow saw when Snow did a scan on the computer about descriptions specifically of Snow. But as you kind of peel through the information in the written documents that were located there, it does mention about an asteroid that was blown up in the documents, and an investigation team sent out to find out what happened.
So, as when I noticed that information, I let Snow and the rest of the group know what was going on. That hey, there's an investigation about the asteroid that blew up, and yeah, I think that's kind of why we're being pinpointed right now. So, FYI.
Is Havoc in the med bay or whatever?
Pretty
More than
much.
likely.
What was that?
I mean, we're not going to be
I said more than
dragging an
likely.
unconscious body around with us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, actually, we have the other guy that we were going to turn into the police, and a toner was planning on just walking off the ship with a guy slung over his shoulder like a thing of luggage.
That might be a bad idea. The toner.
Still think it was a better
Apparently
idea to space his ass, but
we're
okay.
already being investigated, so you might want to lay low.
Yeah, especially the one with the bounty would be a very bad idea to try and turn this guy in.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that you wanted to try to achieve as you're like leaving the ship area and going into the port, like where everyone else would be located here?
And just get my bearings and keeping myself disguised.
So, what are we doing with the guy then? Do we have a brig on the ship? Or...
I mean, we have the biometric locks on the ship, so we could just toss him into any of the rooms, and he won't be able to get out. Unless he has some other means to get out. But personally, Snow is all for leaving this motherfucker to die or just killing his ass. Because he's a lot more of a headache bringing him with us.
Havoc, wake up and take this body.
Hey, dead body, wake up and take this body.
Yeah, she's still unconscious.
Wake up at some point.
And
You all know you will.
There's also Jobron that could also turn him in.
That's true, Jobron. You take the body.
Mm-hmm.
And do what with it?
Just turn him into the cops.
And what should I say when they question me?
That they attacked us.
He literally attacked us in space. The rest of the crew is gone. Now just take him, because we don't want to deal with him anymore.
Boy. Alright. You owe me one, though.
What is my purpose? You open doors. Oh my god.
Alright. I guess I'll go.
Everything was resolved.
Hmm.
I said, things would have been a lot simpler if he were dead. But no one wants to listen to the captain.
As you navigate away from your ship and you go just into like the reception type area, you first see just a map of Kubakara, which I am sending into the Discord as we speak, screenshotted from the module. You'll see these lines. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, I'll send it in a second. You'll see these lines placed onto the map. The white lines that you're going to look at is kind of their just railway system. And this day has been an adventurous day for you.
So
But
you're saying
go ahead. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello?
Okay. I'm going to continue forward. You're going to see these white lines on there. That's kind of their railway system. One way of transportation that they do. They do have robo taxis here and other ways as well. But trains is like cost efficient wise the easiest and fastest way to get around. It has been a eventful day for you, but as I mentioned, with this planet kind of being like tidal locked to the two different extremes, the sun is constantly out, and it is a bit hard to tell just like what time of day it is because of it. But as you do arrive, you do have all these different products on different hollow screens placed to the left and to the right of you. Once you see kind of this map of Kuvakara, to the right of it is like a local computer with a little bubble on top of it that says Infosphere.
Is it the game sphere but with information?
And just from a glance, it looks like it would just have maybe a little bit of information on different places around the area. It looks like it has bookmark like places to stay, such as the Sky Jade or the Slumber Warehouse, different places you could eat, or other locations there.
I love that.
Mm.
Slumber. That's awesome.
To start, Snow, with getting more of a lay of the land, is going to order some food and probably get a hotel room close to the spaceport where the ship is.
Okay.
Because I also used a lot of those points in that space battle.
You look at the
resolve points.
When you look at all of the places to stay that would be close by, the three that come up, the Dusky Arms, the Sky Jade, and the Slumber Warehouse would be the closest. The differences at a quick glance between them, the Dusky Arms has a free continental breakfast, and staying costs 5 credits per night. The Sky Jade has it's in a luxury hotel where it would cost 10 credits per night, but you get the drinks from a rooftop hotel bar, and it's often complimentary.
I'm gonna do that one.
And then you have the Slumber Warehouse, which is kind of like they have communal restrooms, and they kind of have like these sleeping pods.
Fuck
there.
yeah, I'm gonna go all luxury on this shit.
Me too.
Why do I want to go to the Slumber Warehouse?
Because you just love the name, and only the name.
The name sounds so great. I love it.
It sounds like a motel you'd find on the side of the road.
Yep.
Slumber Warehouse.
Like it used to be one of those storage facilities that they converted
Where
into.
we sell sleep.
With the Jade one, with its like luxury stuff, what all would that entail?
The Jade one. So
Yeah.
its description reads, I'm going to read it out the module verbatim, and it's kind of worded up better to get people to come to their place. This luxury hotel in the city's northwest facet accommodates high rollers and spacious suites that include up to 4 beds, a full kitchen, bathroom, laundry, and maid service. Drinks from the rooftop hotel bar are complimentary for guests. These rooms cost 10 credits per night.
Then I will
And
take
4
one.
people can stay there.
I mean, I'll be getting my own room.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A toner will ask the crew if anyone wants to split the room with him,
Sure.
but he'll offer to pay for it. They'll like, looks like there's a lot of room. Anyone want to share?
I'm good with my own room.
I paid for the last one, so.
And seeing as how I have 13,000 plus credits on me, it's like, yeah, I'll just have a room for myself.
It's all put in the Discord now, so if you want to see the differences between the three, it's there, and it's just worded up in a more elegant, more fancy way for each location to try to get people to come to these places.
Is the full kitchen, does that mean that it's also stocked, or does that just mean that like it just has like pots
Everything.
and pans and
Because it's
ovens
credits,
and stuff?
I'll say it's stocked. The other one comes at 5, and the Slumber Warehouse for renting just a sleeping pod comes at 1. I would say I'll say it's fully stocked for 10 credits to play out that high roller Sky Jade.
Fuck yeah.
Alright. So Toner will get a room with the Sky Jade, and he'll offer anyone that wants a room to stay with him, but he'll pay for it. And then when he gets inside and sees the full kitchen, he's going to start cooking up some Vescan cuisine.
Chef a toner.
Normally I'd say I'd get my own, but for the sake of RP, I'll go into the toner room.
Connie takes a toner up on his offer. I'm like, hey, whatever.
They have 4 different bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
There's something I don't normally like ever role play. So I was like, oh, you know what? You just had to spend resolve points on Starship Combat and stuff.
Yeah, I
I'd
spend
like to be a little bit.
half, if not a little over half, of my resolve points in that Starship
spent-
Combat.
I spent 3 of my 10 to do all those broadsides.
I figured that would be like a little bit taxing on your character, even though you didn't take actual damage. You used resolve. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's something we could actually maybe like implement a little bit this session.
Yeah, I only used 2 resolve points out of my 6, so I'm not too bad off.
So does it look like everyone is everyone going to the Sky Jade?
Yep. Or well, what about Havoc? Are you set on being the only one that goes to the
Slumber.
what is it called? The slumber apartment.
Also,
Slumber
Jobron, what's Jobron doing?
Right.
Havoc and Jobron?
Havoc is still
Did we just
unconscious.
fast forward me turning the body in, or am I doing that now?
I was gonna have that be accomplished overnight.
Okay.
Just trying to resolve like a resting area. So on the Discord, I put 3 locations up. The Sky Jade is catching a lot of people's interest, with it 1 being 4 beds to a room, and 2, it's like high roller and spacious,
And also we should all be close together, most likely, being that we have a bunch of assassins currently on us.
Mm-hmm.
But Havoc may go to the Slumber Warehouse. We're not sure just yet. We're like, I could run out a sleeping pod or efficiency.
Havoc is still unconscious.
So Havoc's gonna be spending the night on the ship.
Yep.
This is just asking for trouble.
I mean, it's almost like I got security measures for the ship for a reason.
I know, but it don't matter how many security measures. Brendan's still the DM.
Yeah.
I figured it would be a good idea to take Havoc out of the session early so that I could have some extra time before anything happened, so I could explain more to Brandon. So it's convenient.
Okay. So all right. Havoc still seems to be unconscious, and it looks as if the rest of the party seems to be aiming for the Sky Jade. Within that process, I'm going to say that within the 10 credits that you put in a toner, looking into the full kitchen and everything, I'm not going to worry about food on that end for your character. With Jobron turning the person in, I'm going to insert the credit amount. I'm just going to fast forward that part to kind of keep Jobron with the party as well for this moment.
So is it like all 4 of us and then just Snow in another one?
Up to you. If Havoc is still going to stay on the ship, I think all 4 of you could fit there. But if not,
I mean, all 4 of us can. There's 4 beds to a room, so if we all wanted our own bed, 4 of us could do it, and that would be already me, a toner, and Kalani are in one. So the 4th bed can go to Joe or Snow, depending if they want to room with us or not.
I mean, Snow would have gotten her own room. Whether
So there we go, Joe.
Either Joe goes with everyone else or goes to Snow's room.
It's a free bed, Joe.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So 4 of us and 1 Snow by herself.
Well, she's never really by herself.
By herself with a robot.
So we get that awkward, fast forward montage of an evening playing out, but in reality, the sun doesn't set here. So it's almost like the equivalent of a day party where your body's slightly exhausted, but you have these drinks that are just being sent over to all of you at this rooftop hotel bar, complimentary. A couple of people are located there as well, and all of them, they're all dressed down in this occasion. No one has any type of armor or weapon there. They look like they're just there to enjoy the view of the city, get slightly drunk or wasted, and just have a good time in this manner. I don't know if you decide you want to stay up at the rooftop hotel bar, if you're like, all right, well, I'm just going to grab a drink and come down and,
I ain't
Yeah,
drinking.
that's what I do.
I ain't drinking no complimentary bullshit. That's just asking for poison. We have a bunch of assassins on us. I don't trust shit.
Well, the assassins are all on Snow. She's not really going to leave her room, and she's only going to be ordering like room service. She's not going to
As
actually
of
go
now,
to the
we
bar.
only know it's you. But there's no telling what they might do for the rest of the crew. Especially me with other things.
So yeah, you have these complimentary drinks. You head back down to the room. A toner has Veskin curry and fried rice set up for everyone to enjoy. I'm assuming, once it's mentioned, Snow will also come over and just enjoy it. A nice, pleasant moment with this party, something we haven't had in quite some time.
Yeah, she probably would end up going over, but anytime she's like not in either one room or the other, she's gonna be in the full covered equipment.
Snow in this case is like the Kenny, like the hoodie. Over
Yeah, this time I've been reading the Vesk Prime entry on the Starfinder wiki, trying to be like, what type of cuisine would make sense?
I mean, I could definitely see more of a curry. I mean, when it comes to the Vesk, it reminds me a lot of the other typical sci-fi stuff, like even with Star Trek, with I think it was the Klingons, where it's all largely centered around Russia. So, like anything more akin to that, you could easily see as something like a Vesk would use or do.
Yeah, because like reading just geography, it's like it's a supercontinent that has like savannas and deserts, but also like tropical jungles, depending on like where you go.
A little bit of everything.
But yeah, you continue to just enjoy the rooftop bar if you're up there. Just a second round, a third round of drinks, depending on how far you're trying to go with your drinking levels. While you do make the trips up there, because I did hear Kalani say, "I will do it." Give me a Kalani. Give me a perception check.
During all this, I'm gonna check the hotel room, like make sure the vents are clear. There's
11,
no freaking secret doorways.
15, 26.
Before I give you the result at 26, Gunnar, as you just go to check every protocol that you could think of, vents,
sniper spots from windows.
I would say even Snow's room is located to the room next to yours, and you have a Snow, I need to hear if I can hear you through the walls, kind of things of that level. Everything seems to kind of be taken care of. There's no really good sniper position for the room that you both order, where any of you could be targeted. The walls are pretty it's pretty soundproof. If Snow was a yell, you would definitely hear it, but normal conversation can't be heard. And it kind of goes with the whole, a person's putting 10 credits into this, so you could have as much privacy as you want or not, and it kind of plays up to it.
Okay.
Cool.
So you do feel a sense of comfort being here, at least within your walls of your room.
Okay.
Kalani, though, with that 26, after the second, maybe the third drink, there is this individual that bumps into you and was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. These drinks are just really good, and I wasn't paying attention. You're cute. Who are you?"
People like that fuzzy tail.
You take a look at this individual. This individual looks to be. I actually have a picture. I'm gonna describe first. This individual is about almost 6 foot tall. He's elven. He looks like punk rocker elvenish. Has a couple piercings on his ear, another piercing on like his eyebrow, like this reddish mohawk hair, blue bandana around his neck, some let me see, like this kind of oddly striped shirt that he's wearing. I'm gonna pull the picture. I'm probably gonna have to enlarge it.
He's wearing an ascot. Oh, thank God he's gay.
It's him again. It's the guy.
God.
Time to get some money.
He takes a look at it and says, "Who are you?"
I'm just a guest. Just heading back to my room for some food. Just a couple friends and I are hanging out together.
He's like, "Oh, that's really good. You picked a perfect place to go. I always have a good time here." And his eyes, you just take a look at it. He's a bit on the drunkish side. It's easy to pick up. He places his hand towards you and trying to have you stick your hand out to kind of be a gentleman and kind of kiss the backhand and says, "The name's Jeb."
Jeb Bush.
And he just kind of extends his out a little bit more to see if you either will do any actions or do anything to kind of want his attention, I guess.
I'm just gonna be nice and just say, well, it's nice to meet you, Jeb. I'm Kalani.
Just takes a look and he's like, "Kalani, that pretty name for a pretty girl like you." He's like, are you from here? I don't think I've ever met you."
No, I'm not from here. As I said, visiting with some friends.
He says, "Oh," he's like, "Well, welcome to Verses. It's great to have you here." He looks like he's trying to pick something out of his pockets, but because he's not fully there, he's having a bit of a hard time. He's like, "I was supposed to meet up with my friends tonight, but they ditched me, and I don't know. You look really cute, and I think it'd be cool to hang with you. Do you do social media?" And he pulls out his phone. And you see as he pulls out his phone kind of just spasms out for a second and then goes back onto the webpage. Because he's intoxicated, doesn't look like he's noticed that it even happened. And he's like, "Yeah, do you have this?" And when you take a look, it's an app that says Penumbra by Eclipse Innovations as the app begins to load up.
No, I never heard of it before. I'm not really big on technology.
He says, "Yeah," he's like, "Everyone here is starting to use it. This app is just beginning to blow up. I think it's new. It's everyone here is starting to use it." And he just stumbling, his hands kind of shaking. He's intoxicated, but is giving off signs that he seems to be a bit nervous around you. And he's just like, "Look, I think it would be cool to try to hang out sometime if you're going to be here for a while."
Nah, I'm not sure. Like I said, we're just here. I think probably just overnight, maybe a day or so. Not too long, I don't think. As I said, I'm with some friends, and we just have a little bit of business that has to be done, and we head off again.
He extends his left arm out. He looks onto his watch, which totally is counteractive to the fact that he has a phone and could do it that way. But he looks towards his watch.
I
It
have
says,
seen people do exactly that.
yeah,
Or you see me and I don't even have a watch, and I'm just like, oh, it's about, I don't know, 2 hours.
yeah. And he just was like, well, I mean, the night is still kind of young. It's only like 11:45, but I think it's cool that I met you. You're definitely cool for this little bit of time I've known. He looks like he's having trouble just trying to break the ice now at this point. It's like, look, if we do run into each other, I think we should hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
That might be a possibility, but it's been a very long day, and I'm kind of bushed and need my sleep tonight.
But it's so young. And when you kind of eye this guy up again, he's younger elf status. I guess the equivalent of like teenager age of being an elf. And it's like, yeah, well, it's like, well, what about like nightclubs? Like, do you like to do nightclubs? We could go to a nightclub. I think the Lizard's Lounge is open.
I'm not really a bar and nightclub type person.
Oh, that'll be fun. You could see everything Verses have to offer. It would just be one trip. You could, if you have friends, you could invite them also.
That's a possibility.
Your friends that nearly spaced someone.
I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
I'm
that'd
not-
be perfect to take to a bar.
It's only kind of murder. Like a little bit of murder.
yeah, my murder hound friends that easily shoot you then throw you out on their lawn. Right.
Hey, he's still alive, isn't he?
The
Surprise.
Jeb just takes a look over. He's like, all right, I can tell you you're probably gonna go. As much as it'd be cool to hang out. But before you do, let's just take a shot just for how good life can be sometimes.
Here we
I
go.
don't know. I mean, the drinks here are complimentary, so it's not like it costs us anything. It would be the closest thing to hanging out.
I guess one wouldn't be too bad.
And he gets excited. He goes like a straight shot over to the bartender and looks over to you and kind of like with a hand gesture, like, "Hey, come on over." And
I head over.
going with the shot that I've taken today, he says, "Yes, could I get 2 cinnamon toast crunch shots?"
Oh my god.
That means Cinnamon Toast Crunch canonically exists in this realm.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I love it.
The ultimate cereal conglomerate.
And the bartender, he just grabs a couple like shot glasses, he places them up, does a bit of bar tricks. Other people around and kind of like, oh, that's cool. And you just see like this swirl of like an amber color to like brown color to like a coffee color happen in front of you. And another person kind of makes it kind of like, ooh, I think I want one of those too, kind of placed over to the side. Afterwards, he slides both of the shots towards you, and Jeb just grabs his glass only and kind of looks over to you and he says, to being young and having fun and enjoying life. And look over to you to see
young,
if you're
dumb, and full of cum.
Gross.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is a Christian game.
He looks over to you to see if you're gonna clank glasses with him or not.
I'm like, sure. Clank.
And you both take a shot. It's
Down the hatch.
it's enjoyable.
Roll
Jeb,
fortitude save.
no, the drinks are fine. It's nothing to worry about. Jeb continues to kind of like make small talk again, kind of struggling to pick out the right words and try to like find the next topic to talk about. I would say your conversation with him maybe goes about 5 minutes, if that, if you decide to stay that long until Jeb is like, you know what, I think I may have had a little too much.
Yeah.
But
I hate to say this, but considering I know elves tend to be older than they look, but
Invite him to
I
your room.
kind of could be your mother. So I'm like, you're pretty much like a little too young for me in a way.
he looks at you, and as you say what you say, he kind of just begins to smile, and you just hear him say, he says in Elvish. I don't know if you know Elvish.
Yes, I think I do.
She thinks I'm cute.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I do know Elvin.
But he says
So
that
I do know Elvin.
in front of you. Another.
So
I'll say like another.
what was it that he said?
Go ahead.
So what was it that he said in Elvin?
He thinks I'm cute. And another person at the bar kind of like.
I answer back to him in Elvin. Was like, yeah, you're pretty cute.
Yeah, his face immediately turns as red as his hair, and he says, "Yeah, I think I gotta go.
I gotta get out. I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here.
He just runs.
And,
Falls over.
He says, he walks over towards you, and he's like, nah, I can't do that. And he just says, "Well, it was great to meet you. Again, if you stay in university, it'd be great to hang sometime. Is there like some number? I know you don't do the social media thing, and I know asking for a person's number is like an old person thing to do. But is there some way I could?
Actually, I remember it's like, is that semi-fake website that we made for me still up and about?
I mean, it should be, because Snow never took it down.
So I give him that.
So he once you're like, oh yeah, I have something you can do. He just like hands the phone over to you. He's giddy. He's excited. The website begins to load up, and you just see his jaw drop, and he cannot get any words to come out. Just like
Wait,
if go ahead.
He's like, holy shit!
Way to break an elf.
I love it.
He takes a look, and I'm assuming like any pictures I was taking during that concert may have also been uploaded just to play off the whole active thing.
More
So
than likely.
he does see a picture with you with Ami and Yumi, and he's excited and like distraught. Like I never thought
Holy shit!
And he just kind of just to kind of cover some of the blush, he kind of just puts the bandana over his mouth, up to where the scar is on his nose, and says, "I need to get some rest. I'll talk to you some other time."
Have a good rest of your night then. And I head back over to the room.
He's
kind of giggling under my breath.
He's walking. His legs are like shaking really bad. He can't walk a straight line because he did something. He's quivering because he felt like he just met a first time in his life. One that called him cute at that. He kind of just heads back towards his room.
Way to make a guy's night. Now he's gonna be like, now he's gonna be going to all of his friends that ditched him. It's like, yeah, you ditched me. This is what I'm. This is who I'm at.
It's like, woohoo.
So, depending on how long you stay here, this is Jeb. So I put his name in the Roll20. I'm going to keep his picture there for a little bit longer. But yeah, he leaves the scene. I don't know if any other party members was upstairs with you and may have witnessed it. Or
Snow would be avoiding any kind of public interaction or anything like that.
I
was pretty much just going up to grab a drink and go back down.
But that turn of events happens for your character. Trying to think if there's anything else I should cover because I'm seeing how much time I have of this session.
I don't have work tomorrow, so.
Yeah, same here. I'm furloughed.
Blake, are you? If I was to go past 10, would you be okay? Would you have to dip?
I'd be fine. I don't have work tomorrow, but I do have to do a couple of errand type things, but I should have plenty of time.
I do need to wake up early.
Okay.
That means you just put an alarm.
So I guess I'll ask this because I know you said you wanted to have your character kind of be background right now as you were sending details. If I was to continue, if you had to leave, would you be cool if I kept going?
Oh yeah, not at all. Just keep me updated.
Okay.
I mean, it's also being live streamed, so I could also send you the link for that.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any other like night festivities that anyone wanted to do? I guess I'll start with that.
I mean, if it wasn't for this fact that Snow is being actively hunted, she would want to do a few things, but she's kind of under house arrest right now, trying to limit potential attacks.
Let's see.
A toner would check out what's on the TV in their room.
Okay. So
like
in the room,
out of a big bowl of curry and rice.
So once you turn on the TV, you have a couple shows that, as you flicker through channels, just your space operas on like one channel. It looks to be action shows on another channel. As you continue to flicker, you're seeing more of the advertisements that you saw when you breached here. Another advertisement for the Penumbra app. People trying to sell cars where some of it is spoken in common. And these birth sites subtitles are placed underneath of it. I was just checking some. Okay, yeah, these like birth site subtitles are placed underneath of it. But out of everything that you're seeing, the one show that you happen to watch looks to be like a show based off of a bounty hunter and a group of people. It looks to be an animated show.
Oh god.
Where the bounty hunter at this exact moment seems to be talking to like a corgi dog.
Of course.
Awesome.
Dang.
Gunner's lifelong rival.
This guy wishes he was me.
God, if Cowboy Bebop exists in this universe, then I will immediately say that Snow is all up to date on all the episodes.
Is Snow still visiting in the room?
I mean, after eating, she would probably go back to her room, making sure that all the doors and windows are closed up so no one can see in, that there's no cameras or anything.
Same thing I was doing.
Yeah, just completely strip out of everything and relax.
Don't worry, I'm sure an assassin will hire a shapeshifter to hire a robot to send bugs to assassinate you.
Well, when I get back to the room and I notice that Snow's not there, I go over to Snow's room real quick to talk with her.
Boys' night!
For a little bit.
Yeah, Snow's gonna
I basically just go over to Snow, knock on the door.
Snow will make sure that there's no one else possibly looking or being able to see her and let Kalani in.
I was like, I just wanted to stop by. I was up at the bar and some guy tried to hit on me. And
Was he cute?
apparently this Penumbra app is very popular, but I know how we had trouble with the last app at the last place we were.
Yeah,
So I know you have...
pretty sure it's the same company, if not the same app, that makes it. I have already been staying on top of that.
Okay.
So the more important thing was the guy cute.
I knew you were more the computer type than I was.
And you're avoiding my question.
It seemed a little weird when the guy showed me this app on his phone. It kind of made his phone act up a little bit weird. But apparently he didn't notice it.
That's nice. Is he cute?
But there might be something there again.
Yeah,
I
just
wanted to let you know.
Don't download that app and make sure no one else does.
I don't plan on it.
Chances are it was actually using the camera, if not the recording equipment, on his device to record what was going on.
Yeah. I didn't give anything whatsoever. I keep our stuff to ourselves. I don't let anybody know about what's going on.
So the important question then, was he cute?
Kinda. Of course, I scared the living shit out of him, I think. Because he said something in Elven, and I returned the compliment in Elven, and so I made his tread.
He thought
and
you
then
were
he
cute.
wanted to know how to contact me, so I gave him the website that you made for me when I helped with Ami and Yumi.
Oh, damn, you just made his night.
I think so. Yeah, he was definitely happy, I think, after that.
Yeah, I can imagine that. He just met a celebrity at a high-end hotel around here.
And his friends apparently ditched him.
Oh, he's going to have all kinds of stories to tell them. I hope you don't mind him possibly saying that he slept with you.
Yeah, it's alright. It's gonna happen.
I mean, it's up to you whether it actually happens or not, but that's none of my business.
Yeah. I told him I was probably more close in age to like a mother, but I know elves age differently than we do.
An elf? So chances are he was a few hundred years old?
Yeah, but he looked like in his teenage years.
And it's lucky if any of us Vlakin tend to live to 100. So
yeah, I'm 30-some years old, you know.
God, I don't even know how old I am at this point. I have to be in my 60s, maybe 70s, I think.
Wow. Oh yeah, I just thought I'd come over and let you know about this app.
Yeah,
that we can try to keep a close eye on it.
It's something I've already known about and been keeping a close eye on. I'm pretty sure we're hunting the guy that's running all of it, so we're already on top of that.
Yeah. But alright, you have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.
You do as well, and don't wear out the young ones.
I try not to. I mean, come on, rooming with 3 guys, that can be interesting.
Not exactly the young ones I was talking about, but hey,
yeah. Well, apparently one's not interested in me, that I'm interested in him.
Speaking of which, a toner had asked me to speak with you.
A toner?
Or not a toner, Gunner.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, when did this happen?
Gunner had asked me.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, like, wait.
What?
What?
Okay, I've had a couple drinks.
Now, is this gin or is this snow?
Snow. I actually haven't drank anything for like the last 2 or 3 days.
Oh, okay.
It's a gun that when you shoot people, it atones them.
It's a gun that makes them atone, so it's like they get put into one of those little booths and confess their sin.
Confessional booth.
A confessional booth gun.
It's like a giant bazooka. Or it says a trebuchet that fires confessional booths.
It's like a black hole gun, but that gets sent into a dimension that there's just a clergyman. Tell me your sins.
But yeah, if you could lay off of trying to assist Gunner, he's very strong-willed individual, and he will take offense.
I kind of noticed that.
It's more than fine to ask him the one time if he needs help, but do not press it any further.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I noticed that I can tell that he has a lot of background to deal with.
We all do.
Yeah.
And I understand him on a different level, let's say.
Yeah. I mean, you've been around him longer than I have, so I'm only brand new to this group.
We've been around for a bit, as well as I understand a number of the things he's been through and what he tends to feel. But either way, that's private matters, and just don't push trying to help him.
All right. I'll just leave that open to whenever he's interested, if he ever is, he's welcome to talk with me.
And given enough time, he will be more willing to talk, but you have to give it time.
All right. I kind of figured that much. So, all right then. So now I'll have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.
Rest easy. The assassins might kill us in the morning.
On the other room,
I
I'm
can help
sneezing.
it.
I'm just sneezing in the other room. Oh, God, it's like someone's talking about me.
Good night, sleep well. Probably kill you in the morning.
Something like that, right?
Oh, boy. Is that a promise?
I head back over to the room and grab another bowl of the curry and rice.
The soup.
Sit down and watch whatever the toner is watching.
Yeah, Snow's probably going to clean herself in the shower, do some research, and eventually pass out on the couch.
And is the toner going to spend most of the night just watching? Well, we all know what it is. Cowboy Bebop.
Cowman Beep Boop. That way we can't get copyright strike.
Yeah.
It's Cowman Beep Boop.
Yeah, Toner will probably stay up pretty late, but then eventually, like, once he starts feeling tired, then go to bed.
Talk about a real throwback. If I was to say this was like Toonami, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Watching
I just thought about it.
God.
Toon Anime.
Or even Outlaw Star. That's also a bit more of a throwback than Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much after I finish the bowl of food and go down and get a non-alcoholic beverage for the night, I go back up and go to bed.
It's a good night spent between all party members. Just you get really good sleep, nothing interrupted with the soundproof walls, nothing can be heard in between the rooms. You're either in a room with other companions that you've traveled with, so you have that comfort of safety, or you're isolated and you also have that comfort of safety, depending per character. As all of you wake up, you find, all your belongings exactly where you left it. It doesn't look like room service has come in just yet at this point in time. With the Sky Jade, they don't have like the complimentary breakfast like they would with the Dusky Arms, but
they have a fully stocked kitchen, so.
But yeah, you have a fully stocked kitchen. So in the morning, you may wake up to, I guess, since a toner took the role of cooking at night, maybe a toner may be the one to kind of make a hearty breakfast for everyone, or someone else could hop in the fray.
Trust me, no one wants to have Snow cook because then it'll be like military rations.
Yeah, Kalani's not much of a cook either.
Gunnar has some cooking experience. Just some.
Snow, when you wake up and you cut on any computer systems that are near you, you have this message sent into your computer. It looks to be like a response to the website placed like around 3 in the morning, like 2:33 in the morning, time log, and the message is put in Roll20 with Lonely Star being the like name being used.
I don't see anything. Oh, Roll20, right.
So yeah, since you made the website, you would obviously know that this message was sent.
Yeah, I'm gonna be typing out the response.
Oh no! Are you even gonna tell Kalani? You're just gonna?
Oh, she's gonna tell Kalani. But
okay. I thought you were gonna send a response like nothing happened.
No, she's gonna tell Kalani, also sending this message to the guy.
Meanwhile, the toner is making potato pancakes.
Nice transition.
Well, it is all really nice. I'm gonna make it sad. Too much happiness happening here. We gotta offset it.
The balance of all things.
Exactly. Because technically, with the corruptions I have, certain things should be happening. So, Gunnar's gonna wake up, just sort of stretch, then realize his arm really hurts. And he looks at it, and it's really scratched up. And he looks at his hand, and he sees that it's covered in blood. And he doesn't remember what he was dreaming about. But it wasn't the first time. And so he just wraps some gauze around it, cleans it again, and just covers it up with his armor.
Is this something only Gunnar sees?
I mean, yeah, I have my own room, so one of the things about accepting the gifts is I sort of like self-harm. So that's just my way of sort of integrating it in there, is that during his sleeps when he's having these nightmares, he's unconsciously doing that to himself.
Okay. I was just reading what was put through the message.
And it sort of explains my dip in HP.
But everyone feels well rested, including the harm that was done to you. So, hit points would be back to where it was. Result points would be all fixed and everything like that. This was the point in the story where I had everyone level up, but I don't want to end the session on this exact note just yet. So when the session does end, I'm going to count it as a level up. We'll all be level 10 at this point, but we're just going to continue this part out to where I can get to like a spot where next session it'll be a good transition. Yeah, you all wake up. Potato pancakes are being made for you. You all wake in. Snow, you have a moment of just checking your device, seeing that, and sending a response out.
Being a responsible manager of a website.
As the rest of breakfast is being put together, you all go into the same room and enjoy it peacefully. A person knocks on the door, says room service.
Snow does not let them in her room until she gets everything back on and make sure that all of her stuff is on her person.
Did anyone else have anything else that they would have wanted to do? Just as this person, room service.
Who the hell ordered room service?
Me.
Not me.
Joe
Maybe it's a complimentary thing.
Did you actually, Joe Ron?
No, I said it wasn't me.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. You sound very far away, so it's hard to tell.
That's odd. Okay.
Yeah, part of your mic cut out for me, and I just heard me.
Yeah, I heard me.
That's hilarious. No, it was not me. I promise.
Okay.
I love it.
Look at a toner.
Me.
The toner's been making potato pancakes.
I immediately pull out my rifle. Would someone like to get the door?
I'll go over. I'll look through.
Ask them if they want any potato pancakes.
When you take
look out, and then I open the door just a little bit. It's like, yes.
When you like slightly open up the door, you see on the other end is a female vest with like a maid outfit on, saying complimentary service. Is now bedtime?
Yeah. My friend just made some potato pancakes. Would you like a little bit?
What? It kind of just like does a hand gesture. I can't do that while I'm on the clock, but that's very generous. I'll just continue cleaning the other rooms on this floor. You see, placed directly in front of her is a cleaning cart. It's not like a gaudy. It's actually like a nicely kept and sanitary cleaning cart to again go with the how roller this place is.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your day.
Night. You too.
Enjoy. And I close the door.
Enjoy.
I'm like, yeah, it was just cleaning.
On the other side of the door, enjoy the rest of your stay at the Sky Jade. But other than that, the rest of your morning is nice, calm, relaxing. How did the toner make those pancakes? Would you say they were phenomenal? Was it a first attempt for a toner? Is this a normal delicacy?
Let's just roll a 1d10 and decide that on the scale of 1 to 10.
Actually exist?
Let's see. I thought it was awesome. I rolled a 9.
7 out of 10 pancakes.
Pretty decent pancakes.
I thought they were awesome.
A toner actually like took the time to make
18. They're great.
It wasn't anything like out of the box. It was just like, oh, like I can make this from scratch, and just looking at what was available and what a toner could do. They're pretty good.
What's funny is I rolled a 5 out of 10. It's like, it's not bad.
Everyone's a critic.
I rolled a 9.
You're at the start of your day. I guess to kind of go back a session or two when you were at Absalon Station. When you did talk to Evictus, she did mention about several parts of Kuvakara had these transmitters that emitted like an odd signal coming out of them. Just to kind of recap past information that could have been lost from playing week per week instead of like maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
So you do know that exists here in the area that you're located at. I don't know what approach you would like to do, I guess, with that or any other things that you need to conquer on this side of the planet, but I figured we could at least mention it now, and then that might be our stopping point.
I feel like best option is to go after that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Guns.
Snow is predominantly here for business, so she's spending most of her time trying to narrow down where that guy could be, and basically try to find him before he finds us again.
Sounds like a good plan.
And over breakfast, Snow would have told Kalani about the guy who made the message.
Yeah, I giggle.
So for, I guess, your character, give me a computer's check, and I'm going to see what every other character, like any goal that they might be trying to go for. Yeah, I think that'll be the puzzle.
Yeah, it's a 17 plus 19.
36. Joe, 36, 17 plus 19?
Yep.
Yep.
So with a 36, all the clues that you have are the transmitters, different locations in Kubakara. Avigdus was an assassin. The ship that you had dealt with more assassins. They had Black Site as a location written on the ship. Going, I guess, more into detail with that, the scientists, before it went way into left field, the scientists mentioned that one of the dealers was a person that went by the name of Scuttle, which I meant to say, I said body shop, but I meant to say it is Scuttle's cybernetic shop. I just wasn't on the right page. So that's another
literal body shop.
Yeah.
Scuttle sounds like a cute name until you think that about, like, oh wait, Scuttle is actually really bad.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get scuttled.
Nope.
Scuttle the ship?
Yeah, that the transmitters, that the location, there's Black Site. But when you do a computer's check, you try to just log into any information that you contain on this planet involving all of those things. Black Site isn't something that's like located or something easy to find. That's more of something like nicknamed on this planet.
You look up underground.
Yeah. When you look up Eclipsed Innovation, the ones that was in charge of the first app and also this Penumbra app that's now going around, it's just stating that it's on this planet, but it's also not stating where that's located as well.
Is there anything from the paperwork that I managed to pick up either?
Besides the information on or the details that pertains to snow or the details that pertains of an asteroid being blown up, you didn't really find any other that looks like it would be a clue to what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Any idea about this guy that was hunting us? It was his ship that I was able to get a hold of.
There was no like information on like registration of the ship or anything like that pertained to that. It looked more of just like he's an assassin, some details on people he was meant to assassin, or things of interest that they were looking up. But going through the files, the ones that were of main interest were you've already like went through prior. Everything else is a bit minor, or it looks like it may have already happened.
Okay.
So I guess actually do give me one more. I guess give me a culture check, somebody.
Okay. I have a high culture, so.
Yeah, Snow's not cultured at all.
I've got an 87 to culture.
37.
I am not trained in it. I have a +4 because of intelligence, but since I'm not trained in it, it doesn't mean shit.
And see. So I had a 17 on the die, a culture number of 12, and I'm looking to see if I had anything else that I can add to that. Because depending on the type of culture check, I had that knowledge DC thing. So biology knowledge, and then I can use my Akashic records knowledge to assist me with my check.
With that culture check that you made, just being in this room, stating, the reason why you're in Kubakara as a whole, having the whole party besides Havoc being here, kind of discussing the moving forward, goal. You're looking for what you're assuming is either the transmitters or this black site, whichever would come first. Since the transmitters would probably be placed in several spots in Kubakara, trying to find it would be quite a challenge alone, but talking to individuals could possibly help with that. You do realize with Jeb that you could have an end with any areas, since you saw Jeb's phone kind of flicker already, seeing that his phone is affected by this signal. That you might be able to have Jeb help you out with any places that Jeb may have went to that have had these issues. Obviously, when he's not drunk.
Right.
But everyone has a skill that they can play here. Even though Snow already tried using computers to track down this, you're looking on a easy local server that any person would be able to access the internet. There is just on Absalon Station and all that, there is the equivalent of the dark web of stuff that you can look into as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or asking different shop owners, such as Scuttle, which is a person that deals with the assassins that's been chasing all of you down. So this is a multiple approach kind of way that you could take. I don't want to make it sound like it's limited to just one.
Yeah.
But,
and we don't have to murder everyone along the way.
Right. You're in a position where it's at least been 2 hits on assassins trying to get you. The one on Absalon Station in the building and the ship just now. So
and,
whatever.
Our handling of the assassins is currently 50-50, so.
Yeah. So there's
actually we haven't killed any of the assassins.
Yeah, we did.
So
we killed.
I killed 4 of them.
We killed 7 out of the 8 of them.
Wait, but there was also the assassin that blew up the building, and then there was the other ship that got away completely.
Well, those are others. We don't worry about those no more.
Yeah, the one that blew up the building, they're not gonna be a problem anymore. The second one kind of got blown up in the escape pod.
Then there's that one other ship.
Escaped to the other side of the planet. Don't know about the rest yet.
So wait, we gotta do rolls for each of us for something?
I would say that moving forward, there could be several routes you could take. If you wanted to look into more of not accessing a local internet that anyone could go into when taking a dark web approach, there's that. If you want to more of the charismatic, make a friend, maybe ask around for some information, there's that approach. Or, the assassin that just tried to target you on the ship. The only hint or clue that was given to you was that he bought his weapons from a dealer known as Scuttle. So kind of just threw several options at you, and just with the sake of you are slightly being targeted. So any you choose to do, you could.
And are
Or
we doing that now, or are we doing that next time?
Probably next time.
Leave that decision up to you. I would probably not play it out, but I would love to know what you decide. If you want to go one pathway first, or you want to split the party.
Oh,
No,
well,
God,
personally, I don't do technology.
Yeah,
But I
Snow
did roll.
Would be a bad juju.
Snow is the one out of the entire crew that does technology.
I will do survival, and I did roll for it, so I wasn't sure if I should save that or just wait till next time.
I guess I'll take a poll and see what everyone's thought process is.
Do we just want to do it now, just so we'll have it, so you'll know how for us to progress next time?
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Okay, so I'll do survival.
I mean, I'll probably be with Kalani to do the more talking first, and depending on how that goes, I would start going it more into the computers.
That is a total of...
So Kalani's gonna. Kalani's probably gonna take the charismatic approach.
Yeah.
So you could reach out to Jeb. That would be your easiest contact, or you could go out and about and just speak to people. You are probably the most charismatic person in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do like a bit of both.
And Jeb would be the best place to start.
Yeah. So maybe help me send him a message to meet up somewhere and see if he can show me around or whatever.
He pretty much left his email on the website, so that'll be easy enough to forward back a private message instead of like a message on the web board for everyone to see.
Right.
Which, by the way, with the Snow's intelligence, that message serves multiple purposes.
Definitely. It can come in handy.
Yep, because it shows that, oh, Kalani is really a celebrity that cares about her fans. It's also, yeah, it's pretty much confirmed that this guy did actually meet her in person, so she actually does go out and meet people in person.
Yeah.
And also that her management knows everything that she's doing.
It's great because I didn't even think of that at all. The website part of it. I had the Jeb part planned out. That isn't part of the module, but I had it planned out as just like a local that you could meet here. Yeah. And depending on the relationship you try to have with this person would, make the next steps easier or harder. But once you mentioned the website, I was like, oh, right.
Snow, always thinking on multiple different levels.
I know, me too, right? Just like, oh yeah, we still found that. It never got taken care of.
And by the way, I got a 17 plus 19 for computers.
And then I got a 16 plus, I don't know, diplomacy would be 13, and then my expertise, another 2. So 16, 13, and 2. So 16, 15, that's 31.
$33, $33, $31, $36.
I know, right?
Fucking killing it.
Okay, I'm going to go with your computer check before you join, because I'm just going to give information here. After this information, I'm going to say the sections at a whole. Okay. Everyone level up their characters, and then next week play at level 10. And we go down one of these pathways or any other pathway you decide to take.
Can I know Kalani did diplomacy, but would a toner also be able to do diplomacy by she going with her contact and him going to like walk the beat?
Yeah,
Basically, splitting the load.
yeah, we can do that.
Oh, hey, we died. So he also got 31 diplomacy.
Holy.
Yeah. All
Got
above 30.
all them high rolls, baby. I want to be a cowboy, baby.
I'm going to assume that Jobron is probably going to follow up with Gunner, most likely, with like survival.
Yep.
Okay. Survival roll.
$16 plus 11, 27.
Still
Not
that.
bad, not bad.
Really, really good round. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the 3 easiest routes out of everything. There is, because of everyone's roles, there are a couple extras that aren't part of the module that I kind of have written up, but I'm gonna go with the 3 easiest. So to go with the computer's check, to find like if there's like a dark web or something that you may be able to get information out of, you get a ping on a location known as the Blue Room. If you happen to take a look at the map that's on the Discord, it is located. Each of these is in a different location in Kubakara. So this is one of those, like, if you go in a group, you could all go and all be at the same location, or you could all split and take different locations out. But I'll leave that decision up to you. This place is located in the southeast, and it's a infosphere cafe that has a small reputation of being a hacker's den. Which you feel you could pry for information. When you do a little bit more research onto them, it's the city's tech district. It's open at all hours, and it is owned by a Verthani man named Leander Vaz. There's rumors going around that there is a group of hacktivists that organize there from time to time.
Interesting.
So that's your like computer's check on everything. With both of the survival checks, I'm going to apply that to just kind of going around town trying to track down this transmission and any information located to it. When you walk around with your comm unit devices, because you do not have the new app installed onto your phone, you're not getting a ping of anything anywhere. However, when you kind of go off of some of the other clues that you've had, the one thing that was mentioned was Scuttle. When you ask a couple people if they've heard of Scuttle's shop or anything like that, you get a bit of information. The information that you get is that this cybernetics and weapons shop is located on the ground level in the northwest. It's in an area known as the Shade that's famous for criminal activity, which I'm assuming would catch Gunner's attention immediately. The shop owner is a Yazaki mechanic who goes by the name of Scuttle. He works along both sides of the law, it appears. So he'd be willing to sell a cybernetic part or a gun to either side of the law. So trying to pick up what his demeanor would be.
No allegiances.
Right.
Most likely, like many other people, just money talks.
Right.
Mhm.
Um, that's pretty much the information that you're getting off of that if you were to pursue that pathway. Let me see. When you when we have that's funny. When we have Kalani send another message to Jeb, locating a meetup. Is there any place you would like to meet up in particular, or would you like to meet up here since you're both kind of in the same location, or out?
Yeah, I would think probably like down in the lobby or something.
Okay. So you got to schedule, not schedule, but you send a message to Jeb and like immediately get a response like 2 to 3 minutes later. Because, excuse me, because Snow has command of the website and, is able to see messages coming in, Snow steps over towards you. The message meets that they'll be in the lobby in like 2 minutes flat, and would love to hang out, continue hanging out.
And Snow would actually stay with Kalani and act as her manager.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
So, in this case, is a toner the bodyguard?
Sure, why not? We can use him as a bodyguard. If he wants to.
I mean, Snow herself would also be intimidating being in full equipment. And also, she's gonna have her drone stay on her like at all times to help like mask the fact that she has a drone with her, especially one as easily identifiable as one that she has, because it's kind of an outdated model that hasn't existed in a while. So
Okay. So you meet up in the lobby, 2 minutes flat. You to the left and to the right of Kalani is both the manager, and if a toner is gonna like play the role of bodyguard for this exact moment that a toner is your bodyguard, he steps forward. He's like sees that you have others that are with you. He's also seems to be coming alone. He's a little bit more well dressed this time around. You can see like he was wearing like designer clothes the day before. Today he got like a button up with a nice collar. Changed out his bandana to like a red color bandana. Some of the piercings that were there the night before, it looks like some of them may have been taken out. It looks like he did try to put a bit of time into making his person a little bit more fashionable.
Snow's gonna be smiling behind her helmet, but making herself look busy on a comms unit.
Goes to meet up with you and says, like, I'm sorry about last night. I was a little messed up, but I think we had a good time, and I saw that you messaged me, and I still can't believe I'm next to a celebrity. And kind of just looking around.
Not really that much of a celebrity. There's others that are definitely more celebrity than me. I just had good luck at the right time. I'm just like an ordinary person, really. But yeah, this is my manager and my bodyguard.
Booga booga.
Yes, Kalani's always happy to speak with her fans. You may call me Mrs. Longstride if you must address me at all. She continues on with like searching through the webs and doing her thing.
So then I just tell him like, yeah, I thought of you. Since apparently you know the area pretty well and I'm kind of new here. We had I thought maybe you would show me around a little bit and maybe help me out getting around.
Well, of course, I would love to. Let me just, I still got to check out and things like that, but and he's just like, is just looking around, like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, is this gonna be? You want to hang out all day with me, or is this just like an hour? Or
Kalani, this would be a perfect time for a photo op. Update the page a bit.
Yeah, sure, that would be great. You interested?
no, sure. And it's like he's like, well, maybe not in the lobby, but yeah, anywhere outside of here.
Cool, that'll be 50,000 credits. That's with the friend quote unquote discount.
Oh my god. Oh, I was just waiting for something like that.
He says, "Yeah, sure. Let me grab my bags and
transfer the credits.
I'll be right back." And he makes a trip out, makes a trip back.
I had to take a loan. I got the money.
Goes through the whole process of checking out and stuff like that. So he's willing to spend the day with you. He is walking around with like a walking like luggage or a rolling suitcase, not suitcase but luggage case. As you kind of as he kind of gives you a tour of things in the city.
Periodically, Snow is going to stop the tour, pretty much hand a toner the luggage, and get them to do a little photo op in front of like the more notable locations. Make it look official.
So it's that odd moment of like you're going to several locations. You head over to the bullet train, and it costs 1 credit to go from like one area to another area. So it's really easy travel. You get there, and people were like seeing a toner, and they're like, "Is that guy like a bodyguard? Like he's not in a suit. He's in armor. That's that boy looks really happy next to that girl." But so you get like these odd looks, people who don't know anything about Kalani because
like I just sprang up overnight, literally.
But you have these different like photo opportunities in this city where the sun never truly sets. He does keep you in the area where it's still decent weather. It's not extremely hot or anything like that. And there's a couple times where like you hear like a ringtone or something go off, but then you get this. He points out to where, excuse me, the nightclub, the Lizards Lounge, was located. The one that he offered to go to with you, and he says, "Yeah, that was the place I wanted to take you to, right up there on the top floor." It's that building right there is called the Apex Building. We're in the south part of Cubacara. They have the nightclub, the Lizards Lounge, is on the 30th floor, and the only way you can get in is if like you have a member that's part of that club. They keep it really restricted because it's high class or whatever, and they do the whole membership thing. But I was inviting you because I have one, and I could bring you as a guest, and it would be great. Every once in a while, celebrities do get in. So.
That would be a great place to make more of a name for yourself, Kalani.
Okay.
So if you will be here for longer than I forget, you told me how long you would be here, but I don't remember. But if you would like to hang out tonight, I would love to come here with you. I was just here last night till about 3, and the rest is a bit of a haze. I know I messaged you and I got back. It was a good time. Some of my friends showed up, and he showed you a picture of one of his friends at the nightclub. It's this individual with like black skin and these wings. It's a creature known as a Strix.
The crew would have seen a Strix before,
Yeah.
because Mike's not Big Mike, but the other Mike. His character was a Strix. And he did a little tour around the ship before that whole mission.
Funny how this is playing out. So yeah, she says like, yeah, that's one of my friends. They joined up with me last night, and we had a really good time. You don't have to meet my friends. I think it's cool that he says in Elvish, you think I'm cute.
While they're having the conversation, Snow is actually going to take a picture of them having the conversation in front of this place and send that picture directly to his phone with the message of, you can show them that you weren't lying.
And he doesn't check it right away because his attention is still set on Kalani, but like he kind of begins to flirt at this point.
It sounds like a good plan. Maybe we can, we can definitely get together later on this evening here if that's what you would like to do.
What's that? I would love to meet up with you later. I've been carrying this rolling luggage case for maybe like a few hours now, so maybe I should go home and get changed, and we could meet up later.
You were showing me a little bit last night about this this app that you were talking about. I think it was called Penumbra. Do you know much about it?
Yeah, it's Penumbra, and he pulls out his phone and he says, I got a message from you. You see, like, just through his emotions, like he's extremely happy. He says, oh yeah, he's like, it's a form of social media. And just shows it to you. He has a page made up. And the site itself looks basic, at least from just the appearance of his phone. And he says, like, yeah, it's we all think it's gonna blow up in like the next couple months. It's new, it's exciting. You can do all these different actions with it, and they're talking about updates and stuff that's gonna come with it. Yeah, if you're a celebrity, you should get it.
I'm handling all of this stuff for Kalani, and I am currently having that site sourced to make sure that there won't be any problems with our current contractual agreements.
You got one smart manager.
Yeah, she's a good one. I'm glad I found her.
So
or you found me, I guess.
I think I'm gonna go take this luggage home, and I could meet with you later. Is it? He says in Elvish, not knowing if they will be able to translate and know what he's saying, but he says, will they be joining us? It doesn't bother me. I just would like to know.
Possibly. I'll see. I'll have to talk with them. Of course, I answer in Elvish.
And he says, okay. He continues speaking in Elvish. He's like, yeah, that's okay. I would hate to invite my friends and you have a crush on them, but if they come, that's fine. And then he says in common, takes a look over to a toner and, takes a look over at your bodyguard and takes a look at your manager and doesn't want to come off as rude to them. And says, I guess I may see you all later.
That is possible.
A toner just flexes.
All right. Well, that sounds good. I'm gonna get ready to go take this bullet train back to my home, and I will see all of you later.
All right, sounds like a plan. I'll see you later.
It's roughly like 3 p.m. at this point when he's leaving all of you, and he is going to message you like around like 8, 9, or 10 when you're out. So you would still have like the rest of the day to do what you need to do. But that's going to be my stopping point for the night. With all the leads, and since yours is a bit charismatic, we had to play that part out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Everybody's level